been forever. Hello, everyone. We are finally live again. I hope you missed us. It's your girl, Montique, Dr. Joy Pre PhD, and Callie. We're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta episode Wreck-It Ralph.
Can
So,
I
how
ask
are
you
you
a
all?
question?
Yeah, go ahead.
In
Mm-hmm.
your top right, is there something new? Remember, I was trying to figure out why my Facebook isn't connected. Do they have
Mm-hmm.
something new where I could personally stream this to my audience?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I thought I was tripping. That's what
Uh-uh.
that was. Okay.
Yeah,
Should I
Oh,
do that?
yeah, you
I
can. And I
can
think,
do it. I can do it to YouTube and um I could or YouTube, we could do it to Facebook groups.
ain't it
oh,
there?
I
Or
It's
think you
there
can do two
anyway.
yeah,
groups.
you
Wait a minute, I'm
personally.
confused, Joy.
Yeah, because it's an option where you can allow the people who are you on with to share it on their platforms.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what that was. When I went
yeah.
out the second time, I thought it was something. Remember, I said I couldn't go in as an admin. That's what I was talking
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you can do
about.
that.
Okay.
So, ladies, it's been a while. We missed everybody. They probably like they done fell off, but we're back.
By the time they
Um,
see that we on here, the call be over with. It's been so
I
long.
know,
They're like,
right?
they
I
ain't
don't think
live.
we're gonna be on too long. I ain't got much to say, and y'all probably don't either. But how would y'all rate the episode? And let me share it out.
Um, I give it a 6, 7. I mean, it was okay.
What about you, Joy?
It was a 5 or 6.
Yeah,
I the reason that we haven't been on, if we want to be honest, we really haven't had a lot to talk about.
yeah.
Like, if we want to be honest, we haven't, nothing has been pressing to make us say, girl, we got to go live. Nothing. And that's an unfortunate thing with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just my opinion. I'm sad to see how bad it's getting. It's like bad.
I don't think it's bad. I just think we're just used to reality TV. I don't think no show is just popping.
I think it's bad. I don't think this group of ladies is not a good group of
Oh, we
ladies.
got people.
It's
Hold on.
not that they're bad women or bad people. Sanya actually seemed like a cool girl. She's just not interesting
Mm-mm.
TV. You know,
At all. And then when she got mad at
all.
Sheree, yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
So
bit
Sheree's
y'all
not.
wanna
terrified.
charades now? That's who ain't interesting. Sheree
Yeah,
ain't interesting at
Sheree
all.
is an interest. This group, but nobody is. Even Kenya isn't herself.
Yeah, she's
Like,
kind of.
this is not a good group
I
of
think Kenya
ladies
wanted to
together.
be not the villain, but Marlo's a horrible villain. So
Yes.
you Kenya may have to go back to it because Marlo is so gutter and low that she's a
Yeah.
villain that people don't even love to hate. They just don't like
Yeah.
her.
She,
You
they
know what
just
I
don't
mean?
like her. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Yeah.
not. She's not. We didn't even go over their reunion looks. Can we do that at the end?
Yeah, we could do that at the end. Can somebody get a picture and send it like in our messenger and I'll add it up on here?
Okay.
Okay. So, we was kind of talking earlier about marriages and relationships. And do you think that people who are having issues in their relationship should they do reality TV? Or,
Well, no, but only because it's going to add more people to see what they're really dealing with, or what the camera makes it look like they're really dealing with. I don't think it's going to make anything worse. I think if you come on here and things break apart, it's because they were about to break anyway.
yeah, that's kind of fractured anyway. Because with
Mm-hmm.
Drew and Ralph, I think when they did come on, like he went to Tampa, right? So
Mhm.
it's not like he wasn't always a hot mess.
Yeah.
But it seems like either he's worse or they're just showing it more. I don't know.
I think I I was sad watching the episode. It's not a great episode. Drew is she's the only one that's halfway somewhat interesting.
Yeah.
Even in the course of her, did she kiss that girl? Did she didn't? Which I
Yeah.
really don't care.
Who
Like,
cares?
for
Yeah.
people who kept saying over and over again, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. That's a whole lot.
Right.
But yeah,
That's
well,
like a whole lot.
let's talk
Uh-huh.
about that too. Let's talk about that
Go ahead, y'all.
because
Go
I
ahead.
made a comment in our message that I'll bring up again. In my opinion,
Okay.
Drew knows that she kissed the girl. I mean, but I think that they broke.
I don't know if that's clear though. Like even there's a clip in real time, and I'm saying real time, of Candy and Latoya. I think it was a speak on it that they did together. And Latoya is, is
Hold on, y'all.
saying
Sorry,
no.
sorry, hold on.
And she even apologized and said, well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I misinterpreted what y'all, maybe I misinterpreted it. But I'm like, if they're confused, Drew has a right to be. And it also appears to have been a lot of alcohol involved.
Okay, but so we weren't there. Who really knows? But so you,
Correct.
what you're saying is, you think Candy looked at them kissing and got confused. They weren't kissing. I see that.
No,
That's
I
what
think
makes me
that
question it.
I think that although Candy doesn't drink, I don't think first of all, I don't think it's anybody's business. One.
What? Yeah.
I don't understand why this was my thing. I do not understand why she would lie. It's she has no reason. We just saw her husband last night in the episode say he don't mind some girl on girl action. There's
Well,
nothing.
here's why to me. Here's why she is lying in a way. And this is what I was trying to say earlier. I think that Drew is
Mm-hmm.
that type of girl. She's that type of wife that don't want nothing out there that could question her marriage. She wants to be that wife that does everything respectful to keep their life together. She doesn't want to embarrass her husband like that. So in my opinion, yes.
He made
So
clear
in my
yesterday
opinion,
that he
yes,
wouldn't have.
she was. In my opinion, yes, she was tipsy. She did whatever. She kissed him or whatever. But I think she believes, and I agree with her, that the girls that are watching this, shut up about it. Shut up. This is my business. Why are you telling it? You breaking the girl code. Just like when
Uh-huh.
the men say, we see you right here on TV. We see you kissing. We see you on video. So for you to sit here and tell me it wasn't you, and you're going to keep saying that until you believe it, that's what I think the girl should have done in this case. Drew was like, y'all, we talked about this, Latoya. You ain't supposed to be saying nothing. But since you did, then I'm just gonna go ahead and say, oh, y'all lying because y'all are tripping right now. If the
I yeah.
I really believe that.
I believe she did it, but I mean, it's hard for you to say somebody got the Delilah spirit when you got it too. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna sit here and so she gonna sit here and claim that she ain't got the Delilah spirit too. So I would never do that because, and then how you gonna be mad about? And I know Marlo or whoever was recording shouldn't be recording. Do y'all remember that season when she pulled out the speaker box that she had recorded the
Mm-hmm.
person
Yeah.
claiming? So she done recorded somebody before, right? Drew has. Do y'all remember that?
But he
So how
knew he
you?
was
Oh,
being recorded.
the prophet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knew he was being recorded. This wasn't a secret recording.
So he knew. Okay, because I was like, how you gonna record somebody? So do y'all
Did
think if you're on
he
a
knew?
reality
Okay,
TV
I don't
show, then
remember
I
that.
didn't know he knew. So if you knew you was on a reality TV show, do you have the expectation of privacy or no? Once they say the camera's
No,
off.
I don't think that you have the expectation of privacy, but I do I understand people, the cameras is off, everything is off, the cameras are gone, the crew is gone.
Yeah.
They're just in the house after hours.
Mm.
Generally speaking, that is their business. What is that? Now, sometimes, like on Potomac, somebody else is recording
Mm-hmm.
that they're not. I get that they're out in public, but there should be some privacy. I would think
So
so.
so then you're thinking that she shouldn't have Marshall should not have sent that.
No, she shouldn't have. Marlo is a shit starter. She is desperate to keep a peach She's
Mhm.
thirsty, completely dehydrated. No, I don't think she should have sent that.
Not
Unless you're doing it
completely
just to be messy. And that's look, that's what you're supposed to do in reality TV, I guess. But if I'm of the mindset with Drew, if her and Latoya agreed to shut up about it, but Latoya decided to go against that, then that's on her. I'm just gonna always deny it. I don't want to embarrass my husband like that. I'm just gonna deny it. I just would deny it. Hmm? Yeah.
I don't know.
Give me one
I
second,
mean,
y'all.
Mm-hmm.
huh?
1 second. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I kind of wish Latoya was back, but there was a lot going on. The only thing that would shock me about that is if the only thing that has shocked me, I say, is that they kissed at all. I mean, because they had such a rough first season, they didn't even like each other. They was going at it all the time. So that
And
in
then
itself
I
tells
kept thinking,
me.
was it a kiss or was it
The door.
like what Kenya and Candy did? No, Candy and Cynthia did. It's so I don't care
What they
to
do?
even
They just did a little peck.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So so it kind of the way that they're talking, it sounds as if it was something far more sensual than what it was. But if it was something like, I mean, how I guess what Cynthia and Candy did, who cared? I mean, like, who cares?
I don't
I
care
don't
either
care
way.
if
Right.
if they was getting down and dirty. I don't care. I don't understand why, particularly with this cast, they have this thing with exposing people sexually. It is so weird to me.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they do this all the time. They do it with husbands and boyfriends. That is so weird to me. It's this cast, no other cast.
All
No
right. So
other cast, huh? Let me think.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
can't. I
see
don't
that
know.
in. I haven't seen it. I don't. Not that I watch
Well,
them
it,
all.
it, it used to happen on Married to Medicine. Seems like that kind of stuff would.
Well, that's an Atlanta thing, maybe because
Yeah.
I don't see it on Potomac. I don't see it on. I watch Beverly Hills. I
I
watch
don't.
New Jersey. I didn't watch the other ones because they do it all the time. It's not that big of a deal in that regard. It's just I just don't. When I say not big of a deal, it's not my business. I don't
I
care.
think it is an Atlanta thing. I think it's an Atlanta thing.
This may be an Atlanta thing, a Southern thing, maybe that
I
they're
And it
don't know.
could
because
be because Atlanta has, they say you don't really know who's straight in Atlanta.
yeah, so
You could be
maybe that's
dating a guy that looks just as manly and acts just as manly, but he's sweeter than you, and you won't know it in Atlanta. So, I
So
mean, I guess there is still a little bit of a difference that could make that thought true. Maybe it is an Atlanta thing.
so what do y'all think about Drew and Ralph's dynamics?
They're weird.
they got too
Because
many
it's
people in their house. Ralph was
yeah.
right about that. I'm not Ralph. Saying his husband, what's his
I said
name?
Drew and Ralph. I ain't talking about Sanya and Ross, but okay.
No, Ross told Ralph that they got too many people in their house.
They do. They have like a
Yeah,
nanny and
that's what
like
I'm. That's
15
yeah.
cooks. Yeah,
Ralph
I
said
got
that.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so I agree with that. They got far too many people in their house.
Yeah.
yeah. But another thing, like, let's go to the retreat when she went and she was like, "Hey, husband," didn't she go to hug Ross first? Or
She did.
oh,
She did, and he may have been ticked off about that. And it seems like
right.
if you go back, that he was about to lean in.
He was. He was about to hug
Yeah,
her. No, it's a new time. People are not so conservative with sex. I guess I don't know. I just don't understand why Drew was making it seem like their kiss was everything. What George to me?
And I get why Candy was, some people I've read the comments, they're really persistent, want to know why Candy is really trying to push this. It's only because of the liar part. I don't,
absolutely,
yeah, she
absolutely. It's
just does
because of
not
the
want to be called a
show.
liar. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think, and I think that Drew is right about that. She's trying to advertise for this movie, and that's fine
You think
because
that's true?
I definitely do.
No,
Yeah,
I thought that. I don't think so.
everything Candy does has an angle on it. Oh, definitely. Candy, everything Candy does, she is
Well, she didn't bring it up.
Yeah, she didn't bring it up.
she literally did.
No, Candy did not bring it up.
She
Candy
didn't bring it
only
up.
hopped into it and started pressing the issue once Drew said it didn't happen and called Candy a
They were
liar.
this happened. I don't actually. We really don't know how the conversation started because this was an after hours, cameras down. It was them arguing over what happened, and it could have been Marlo that mentioned it, but it was Marlo that sent it to Latoya, and because it was Candy that was the loudest, that was the most aggressive to Drew.
Because she called her a liar. I was aggressive
Yes,
to Callie
She
yes,
one
called her a
point, but
yes.
she
liar.
called me a liar. So I can understand. And I don't think she really did, but I heard it. So I feel like certain people, when people call them a liar, like I don't like to be called that because I'm not even a good liar. Like,
But I don't. To me, if I'm having, even if it's a loose co-worker of mine, and I know cameras is rolling, and somebody is denying something that they did that was halfway inappropriate because
yeah,
her husband don't care. If we had any doubt about it, her husband literally said in last night's episode that he didn't mind. He wanted to see her do this scene with this other woman. He didn't want to see her do it with another man, but so that's not an embarrassment. That wouldn't be an issue for her marriage. I just don't believe that would be an issue. That's why I don't understand a lot. Because that's the first thing that came to my mind when he said that. He was like, I don't want to be up there with no dude. It's two women. I want to see that. He literally said this on last night
but
episode. So
Yeah,
I don't,
but let's
that's not.
also be
But
clear.
Ralph don't got no morals. Drew might. I
but my
mean,
point, but
Then
it wouldn't be, it's not about a marriage. Now, if you was to say for her mama's sake, maybe. I just don't think it's an issue.
well, I think it's an
The
issue.
reason I don't think it's an
it's an
issue
issue for
is
her
if it would be an issue, why would she decide then to play a role
because
And
acting is
of
totally different.
her? It's not though. It's absolutely
well,
not though.
a lot of actors and actresses play roles that are
That's
doing
the
some things
actor
that
who
they
went gay
wouldn't do
on what's
in
that
their
Peace Valley,
lives.
and he kissing a
Actually,
man.
I don't think so. I think that
Joy,
although I don't think
Joy,
necessarily about being gay or straight. I don't think because you're a straight person and you play a gay person that's in you or anything. No, but if that was an issue, if that was a moral issue for Drew, I do not believe she would play that on TV. I don't.
Really?
I
yes, she would.
absolutely. If it was a moral issue, that don't even make sense.
She
Things
But
that
still
are moral
actors,
issues
cheated.
for me,
these
I don't
actors and
pretend to
actresses
be
are
that.
out
Joy.
there to make
Drew
some
That's
has
money.
it
They're
played.
ain't
not
Didn't
trying
she
to change
cheat
your
on
moral
Marilyn?
values.
Was she in the movie where she cheated on what's her name? With
Yes,
Melody? She not a cheater. That's a moral thing for her.
yeah,
So
it's a
people acting
First of all,
roles
there
that
was no. First of all, nobody was married in this. Even if you want to break that down, nobody was married in that situation.
but she
Nobody.
still cheated.
But
But
that
Drew don't
that's
think
not
that she's
cheat.
so
It ain't
it,
no
it is
moral
that
standard
Joy.
of
is
cheating
cheating.
outside of
It is.
marriage. It ain't a Christian, Muslim, or Jewish person that can tell you that you're cheating
She
is
was
until you're
fornicating
married.
then. She was fornicating. She was doing something immoral.
I mean, fornicating is a whole nother different beast, but a whole lot of people
So
don't
she
consider
played
I
that an
agree
roles.
with
issue.
that, Halen. Oh, and then another reason why I believe it, or I think that Ralph would have an issue with it, whether he would or not, based on when we heard they were getting a divorce. One of the first things that was out there is he heard it's because she was messing around with the girl Ty, and it was an issue for
But
him, and he made a big
again,
deal out of it.
we don't know if that's true because
We
we
don't know
now
if
know that
nothing's true.
Ty is in this movie.
Yeah, I know he's in
And
the movie.
and Marlo was the video that we're hearing about. I heard all the tea with that. That the video that's out there, that
It's from the
Marlo,
film.
it's from the
It's from the
film.
film. I heard that too.
All of this
Yeah,
is
we heard
about
that.
the film.
Yeah,
And everything, that's what goes back to everything Candy does has an angle to it. Oh, I'm going to take this and flip it. The whole dungeon thing is just a perfect example.
Wait,
Candy's very calculated and very manipulative. I think this is a manipulative, this whole thing. Ralph and Drew getting a divorce for what we've been watching for the last couple of years, that they ain't getting along no more. It don't have nothing to
no.
do with Kai.
No, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Ralph is just kind of, they both, I mean, awful to each
Yeah,
other.
they're bumping heads. It don't have nothing
Yeah.
to do with another woman. But that's a good thing to put out there, though, so we can keep talking about it, so we can re-mention it, so we can pump up this film. Come on now. This is a whole storyline that we've been manipulated to believe from the beginning. Drew is right. I'm telling you. Mark my words. We're going to be talking about this at the end.
Well, I don't know. I wonder what the proof is that they're gonna show at the reunion. They say it's good. So do y'all think Drew is a liar?
I mean, I don't know and don't care. I don't understand what would make her. If I kiss somebody first, I'm not.
Not just about the kiss, but about a lot of stuff. The lawsuit, the
I mean, the lawsuit you can read. They won the lawsuit. She was right. I don't know about the $10,000. I don't know
and
where
she
that came
is.
from, but there was a real lawsuit. Drew really did win it, and according to the lady who this happened to, she literally kind of co-signed a lot of stuff Drew said.
Okay.
She really did come in there. If she did a interview maybe about 2 weeks ago. I sent it in the group, and she literally said that she came in on a trial basis. She was literally there 3 days, three.
And she wanted a
That's it.
thousand.
And she wanted $1,000. She admits this. She was there for 3 days. She cooked, and then it did kind of they the food part wasn't working out, but it is kind of confusing. Well, I'm gonna tell you what she said. She said basically Drew and them was looking for a person that could do it all.
Oh
That they she did she cooked, and then they tried to nanny.
yeah. Okay.
They did try nanny, but one of the things that she said that was kind of disturbing is that she said she bathed her children.
Oh,
She did say that.
she bathed Drew's
And
children.
she bathed her children. She said, and this is the part that's so funky. This is why Drew need to be glad that she didn't keep that lady. For one, she took pictures, not of them in the tub,
Oh.
but she took pictures of her and their children inside of the house. I didn't think that
Okay.
was cool at all. And she said that Drew, she did release text messages, and you clearly see a text message where Drew said no to the nannying, and they kind of offered her a job. The lady asked for money 3 days after she started, and
Mm-hmm.
Drew, in the text messages, you can read them for yourself, they're out there. She said, that's not how it normally works. This is a trial by basis. We trying to see. She said, well, I've been here for 3 days. She said, well, you don't get, what job you go when you get paid on the third day? And so they kind of went backwards and forward. And then she was like, well, how much you think you should get paid? She really did say $1,000. And she was like, okay, we're going to have to talk about this. No, Drew kept saying she wanted to get paid. And Drew kept saying, well, how much? Basically, it seems like she was trying to get rid of her at some point, because Drew basically said it's not working out. She didn't give reasons, though. She didn't say anything about hair. But usually when that happens, you just take the hair out and put it in the trash can, because let's be honest, it happens. You got hair, it happens. You may
Yeah.
not ever go back there again, but
Right.
I wouldn't kick anybody out my house because they got hair. It's just nasty. You
So
take it out, you sever that situation.
was 10,000 anywhere in the documents, or was it just 1,000?
I don't remember the documents, but she did give her some money. It just wasn't clear how much in the text messages. But she did, so whatever it was that was given, she didn't think was enough.
Okay.
So she did give her some money. It's just not clear how much it is. So Ralph is right when he said we did pay her. She came back for more. And he was like, it's
Man,
3 days. It
I
was
mean,
three.
so I mean, 1,000 for 3 days for doing all that. I think that's not bad if you're cooking, cleaning.
One day she worked all day, like,
Right.
because that's the one day when she nannied, she made breakfast, and she was there from like 9 or 8 until like 10 at night.
Yeah. Yeah. But she should have just paid that lady.
$1,000 she should have paid,
Yeah, she should
and
have
she
just
should
paid
have
that.
wrote a check. And you have to do things moving forward. You have to be clear on how much you do. But let me also say this: it's not unusual for celebrities to have people come to their house to show them what they can do.
But why wouldn't she have them sign an NDA? Right?
Well, you
If
do
you,
that after you're hired, I would imagine, right?
but you letting them bathe your kids and you not having it.
That was hard.
No.
Yeah, when she said that, I thought that was kind of gross. But that was her way of saying, proof that if you didn't trust me, if I'm all of these things, why would you let me bathe your children?
That's crazy. All right. So my next question. This is from like episodes ago. Why every time Martell and Sheree get on the phone, he asks her about sex? Is this just like a sex thing, y'all think? Or is it a flex? Or what do y'all think this is a real anything? Or is this for pay? That's what I want to know.
I don't know if it's for pay, but I don't think it's a relationship. Neither one of them have acknowledged it as a relationship. So that's why I didn't understand why, if all of them saying it's fake and it's for, because all of them have been laughing at her since that first incident with Martell, all of these months. In real time, they had been laughing at their relationship, saying it's fake. Candy saying it's fake. Yet they're thinking he should pay for all of those people at dinner, for Sheree's dinner.
But it was only $1,500, Joy. It
Okay,
wasn't
he
But
like
was
that, he
supposed to
didn't
pay it.
invite everybody. I could understand
oh
He
if
he
he
didn't even
didn't.
pay
invited
for her
everybody,
meal
he should have
though.
paid.
Are you are
Huh?
you about are you about to defend Martell on not paying?
He paid for Sheree, who he should have paid for. That's it. I wouldn't have paid for the people either. That's insane.
But it's
We
only
ain't even
fifteen
in the.
hundred dollars. Me and you can
Okay,
pay
well you
fifteen
pay
hundred
it.
dollars.
If it ain't,
I
it's
would.
hardly
It's
$1,500.
$1,500 is not that much money, Joy. And Nobu.
And okay,
Especially for
it ain't.
those
It's
girls.
not his responsibility, and the expectation for him to pay it to me is
You know
crazy.
what?
So
It should be his responsibility, Joy. It really
Why?
should be because
That ain't even his
he is
girlfriend.
taking his
It's his friend
girlfriend
girl.
of that moment. He is
It's
taking
his
his
friend girl.
girlfriend that moment out there for dinner, and her friends are with her. Yes, he's supposed to pay. How in the world do you
Absolutely
bring
not.
yourself to
Not
say,
Chris.
"Send me your cash app me"? Who does
that
that?
is
Cash app me
y'all.
outside, baby. How about that? It ain't right.
Catch me
Okay,
up.
cash me outside, baby. It ain't
Now
right, Joy. Yes, he should have paid. How embarrassing
Martell,
for
no.
me. Look,
And
Sheree, if I was Sheree, that would have been the start of that. First of all, she should have started a long time ago. But that would be me saying, ain't no way in the world this man is dateable in
this
my life.
that's
Goodbye.
why Callie, ain't that why she stopped taking his calls and
Yeah,
answering?
that's
You
why
remember?
she and stop answering the phone and going to Dallas without detail. Yes, please.
Y'all know that's when Sheree said, I am done.
Yeah.
We need to see when the
Sheree.
Expo, when is Sheree's birthday? Because if it's around the Expo time,
It's January. She a
Yeah, she's
Capricorn.
a Capricorn. So no, the Expo is in March. So yeah, it's close. It's soon to right. Yeah. So remember, Sheree
Well,
stop answering his calls. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't
And that
know.
as you should have. Ain't nowhere in the world
I
he gonna
feel
sit
like
there
he
and
should have
ask him to
paid.
send
I
him a
really do.
so
What
why
people
did
who
he
watching, do y'all think he should have paid?
why did Cash
Yeah,
App
her
come up
birthday.
anyway?
She's January the 2nd.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's a
Why
Capricorn.
did
Both of
Cash
them
App come
January
up anyway?
Capricorns. Cause he
Why did
said
Cash
he
App come
asked
up anyway?
people. So what do y'all think
But
since
why though?
Marlo
Did
and
somebody look at him and say to him, "You're paying for all this, right?" That's kind of what I'm wondering. Why did it come up? Is it
oh
because he
Lord.
did
I
he
think
say
that's,
at
to
some
me,
point that it was
there's
for
no way I could go to a girlfriend's birthday party, for one, not bring a card, flowers, something on the way
Yeah,
from Walgreens or
they
something.
could have went to
But they
Aldi, honey.
came, expected somebody else to pay because she got
yes.
a friend boy. And and you talk about it when they leave. To me, that's classless.
But that was Sanya and Marlo, her supposedly
Yeah,
friends.
her best friends. Yeah, those were the ones who talked about it
Yeah,
and
that was
behind her back.
classless.
But yes, he should have paid for it. And it's not like we're sitting
I
here
think so
talking
too.
about the group of people out and about that just at the birthday dinner after they get off from their job at McDonald's. We talking about these so-called reality TV stars, track stars, these people that are making allegedly a lot of money, except for Martell, I
And
guess.
Martell got her Alexander
Kelly.
McQueen
Okay.
bag.
No, so
And you
you
know
know
what
she
she said
stuttered.
after that?
Hold on.
What did she say after that, y'all? She said,
Okay,
"Yeah,
tell her,
he
Callie.
got me. Yeah, he
She
got me
stuttered first
Alexander
of all, and
McQueen.
that's when she
He
lied.
don't
Go ahead.
he don't buy those high dollar. He don't buy the high dollar. Why do you have to
Bi-
say that? I mean,
What?
that's
She,
because
she
he's a broke.
lying.
Because anybody that know me would say that. Like I could get that.
But we're
Like I
talking
don't
about these
spend.
people that are on TV living, they're attempting to live
We're
these
not talking
A
fabulous,
lot of
fancy
people don't
lives.
live like that. Aren't really
We
into
talking
that's
that
about
kind.
these people on here that want you to believe they do live like that, especially when you're
he
dating
didn't buy.
Sheree Whitfield.
But he ain't never presented himself like that. Even
Then he
when,
shouldn't be trying
but
to
I'm
talk
like,
to Sheree.
wait a minute. Even when they have reunions, if you remember, go back to all the way when they were married and everybody was talking about what they were or whatever. Martell has always been clear. He dressed himself. He pick out. He's that's not his. He's not
Girl,
that guy.
Joy. He
Well,
is
what are you?
trying to
What?
sell $600 and $700 suits. Okay, he ain't at S&K. He is
Thank
trying
you.
to sell $800,000 suits, and you trying to tell
He's
me this man,
also a spokesperson too.
this
This is a
man, you know he lied. He
this
didn't
is
buy
a
her no purse.
paying situation. This isn't
No, he had to pay
him.
that man. The man said you got to put money down. This ain't no. This is not like the J
But
Bolin.
this is a business venture. This
Oh
ain't
my
general.
God.
It's a something, and let me go get an $800 suit. This is a business
No, he's trying to
venture,
sell the.
and we have all been saying for years that Martell looks nice in a suit. He needs to sell men's suits. He heard somebody's comment enough to make
Probably
him want.
ours. Probably because we said it every week.
Yeah, we always said it. So to me, that's a smart business
So do
venture
you really
for
believe
him to
he
get
bought her the
off
purse?
into. So
Do you,
this isn't just general $800. This is business.
I bet if Todd and if Sheree and Martell went to dinner, Todd would have paid and he would have let him pay.
Thank you.
Okay, that's.
That he
I
would
mean,
have let
It's
him
that
pay.
man's
Todd gets a
responsibility.
huge allowance from Candy. He don't have his cash cow no more.
Well, you know
You
what? Well, let's just be
tried it.
honest with that. Let's just be honest. Is that the only reason why Martell wanted to go out with Sheree so that she can give him some allowances? Because he ain't
Right.
nowhere on her level, if you ask me. Ain't no way in the world you're gonna take that birthday group out to dinner and not pay for everybody's meal, Martell Hope,
He
please.
didn't take them out for dinner. He
Did
was
they
an
show up?
invite
Were
like
they there with
everybody
him?
else.
Hello? Were they there with him?
Y'all
And
don't
it's
know.
his girlfriend.
That's not even proper etiquette.
This
That
right
is
Oh
here.
my, what's
that's
not
not
proper
even proper
etiquette, Joy,
etiquette.
is to sit over here and ask
When
somebody
you
to
invite
cash app
people,
you.
technically,
Cash app
when
me
you
outside,
invite
baby. How about
people
that?
out,
No,
you're
no.
supposed to pay
Joy,
for
stop.
them.
Joy, you got to stop
First of
trying to
all, look at this
defend this
picture. I
broke
wish I
dude.
could zoom in. He ain't even close to Sheree. Look at how far back he is from her. They ain't even hugging. Look at how Sonya and Ralph are. Look at that.
And this was just a $1,500
That's
bill. You
that's his
remember that
friend
thing
girl.
on the YouTube where the birthday dinner was like 6,000 and they all got into a big old argument about it? That's
That's his friend girl. That ain't there. He ain't
yeah.
paying
Well, the
because
friend girl should have got her
they
full
ain't
meal paid
together.
for and everybody else's.
Yeah, but I mean,
So
you are right. She said that Martell lost his cash cow and Todd got a cash cow. I
thank you.
I really do feel like that he should have paid. It was only $1,500. To me, that's not that.
That
The
is
circle,
cheap
the circle that
No.
they're in, fifteen hundred
for
dollars
this
ain't
for them,
nothing.
please.
Ain't
Mm-hmm.
nothing. So,
Mm-mm.
but anyway, but that is his friend girl, and he ain't got it like that. And he got 5 children, so I ain't too mad.
And that's why she
Um.
stopped picking up the phone when he calls. Okay.
Oh, I said Sheree was lying about the Alexander McQueen bag because she started stuttering. Do y'all think he really bought her an Alexander McQueen bag? No. Moving on.
Well, I think he bought a fake one. Yeah. Knock it off, okay?
Y'all are not right today. Y'all are on one.
He was
Okay,
playing
my next
hyperventilate. But
question.
what to do?
Did Sheree get her boobs done but does not want to have surgery on her fibroids? Is that reasonable?
I thought that was insane. Well,
Uh,
she had to have her boobs done
oh
because one of them
why?
What?
collapsed.
Really?
Yeah, she said it. She said that one of them collapsed.
I know she said all I heard was she went to Kenya and Candy Doctor. I didn't hear
Yeah,
the
she
collapse
said
part.
that she
Your
had
fibroids
implant.
collapse? I ain't never had them.
No, the she
Her
had a
boobs.
implant, and the implant collapsed. So she, that's not elective surgery.
Oh,
That
I didn't
point,
know it
you gotta do
collapsed.
something
Oh, you got to do something. Okay. I just heard the shade of, yeah, I
because
went to
basically
Kenya.
it'll leak into your body. It'll become a poison.
Infection. Yeah, that'll get you. Okay, so Sheree, I'm gonna take that back. Then I didn't know it had collapsed. I thought you was being vain. Okay. Let's see.
I don't know if that was on. I don't know if that was on the after show, but she
It might.
talked about it. She said that it collapsed. Her boob, the
Oh,
thing had bursted, and so she had to get it done.
oh, poor thing.
They don't use that anymore.
Martell
Whatever.
might have squeezed it too tight and broke it.
No, they I don't think you. I don't know about that. You so silly. I
Okay.
wonder which bag she costs because Alexander McQueen bags on a rich level aren't that expensive.
Are they like 1,000? Well, he wouldn't even pay 1,500 for the
They
full
have a
one.
low end one that's like 1,000, but I mean you can get a nice one for $2,000,
But
$3,000. It's not, and I
but do you
mean
think?
if you done
Oh,
just spent $1,000 on a bag, I wouldn't spend or a
oh,
couple thousand. I wouldn't be buying. You want to have Sheree had dinner. It was obvious that when she had the dinner, it everybody made clear it was last minute. It
yeah,
wasn't like it was something whatever she decided last minute we should have dinner, let me call a couple people. So i I don't think Martell should have been felt obligated or felt bad about not paying for dinner. He already bought her some. If you wanted dinner, I would have bought you dinner with your friend. That
yeah.
probably would have been a lot cheaper than the bag.
If he bought the bag, she stuttered. When she stutters, I don't believe her. So Tori said she sat at the table with the ladies. So that's I don't. I guess I missed it. Okay, that makes me feel better. Um, is
Oh,
Todd's
is that what
movie?
she said? Oh, okay.
Is Todd's movie going to Tubi? Where is the movie gonna be?
It's going to Nubian.
To Nubian Melody supposedly has a network called Nubian. I hadn't looked into it, but that's what she said.
Go
Um,
Melody. Melody
Melody,
Holt has her own
she's the
network.
producer. Is she the owner?
So Tide's thing is going. Nubian
I think it's Tubi.
Is a what?
is that the one? Is that the app where the sister head rap like Erica Badu? I think I got that.
I think it is. Melody now says she co-owns it and is an executive producer. I
It
don't know
ain't
for
nothing
sure.
on there.
No, now she said that she's gonna start doing programming on there. So I wonder what she's gonna do. Let's see. What's wrong for not inviting people? Oh, that's about the birthday. Okay, let's get
Oh
to
no,
the
that
embryo.
wasn't it. That's Falsum Black Cinema. No, that's not.
So let's get to the embryos with Kenya
Oh,
and Shamia. It was kind of touching when they talked about the surrogacy because you know what's going on with the surrogate, right?
mm-hmm.
And the baby. So it was like, it kind of made
I
me
mean,
think
you
of
could
that.
tell people they may not know. A lot of people didn't know because they were.
Oh, that she had cancer. She has cancer. Did she
Yeah,
have to deliver the baby early? Is that why she
yeah.
missed the
She went
baby?
into early labor. She
Yeah.
delivered the baby, and the baby was in the hospital. It was more than weeks. It could have been like a couple of months. Even when she thought she was taking the baby home, she had announced it on
Yeah.
social media and was excited about it, but she didn't come home. That baby has been sick.
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened, but I wondered what kind of cancer she had because I always wonder about that. When you have so many pregnancies, I don't want to second guess. Let me not say that on here.
I
Go
think
ahead.
this was it breast cancer. I think it is from
See,
like the
that's what
milk
I'd be
duct.
scared of. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay. So there is belief, regardless if it's medical or not. Every time you have a pregnancy, your body produces milk
mm-hmm.
for that pregnancy. And a lot of times, not all the time, the breast cancer starts in a milk dud.
Yeah.
In a milk, yeah. So I did wonder, but when I heard she had cancer, I said, "Oh, I hope it ain't breast cancer,"
I
because
think it's
she's at
breast
least
cancer.
had 3 full babies
Mm-hmm.
that she's given away because she was a surrogate before Candy.
And is it weird to y'all that they use the same word woman or no? It's Candy and Shamia.
I didn't think it was weird. I think that she would have been a good one to use, because at the end she ain't gonna try to take your baby. She ain't
That's
gonna have
true.
put your business on the TV.
Hmm.
She ain't gonna try to sell your story on
And she's easy
whatever.
to work with because she
She's
got
easy to
along.
work with, and she had delivered two healthy babies.
Yeah. And she's Dr. Jackie is like has a surrogacy like company, right? Isn't she through
I don't
that?
know if it's a surrogate company, but I know she used that lady because she's
Yeah,
the one that introduced Candy to her.
Candy to that lady. So I didn't know if she
Hmm.
had some type of surrogacy
She might.
program.
She might.
She might. So so Todd's movie is not an original movie. It's a mix of two movies that has already been done.
Well,
What?
most movies are a mix of movies that have already been done.
Well,
What?
Angela, you didn't finally catch us. We finally came online. So
That's what it
we
is.
missed you, Angela. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about the embryos. I forgot. Is Kenya crazy for using them embryos?
No.
Okay. You don't think so?
Well, I mean, I so Kenya is what 50 now, I think.
I think she's
Um
50.
it's not like she's going to go out there and remarry somebody who might still want to have kids because she ain't married to nobody else in this moment. So if she wants to have more kids and she knows she's not going to go and get courted and married in time to safely have another kid, and she has his embryos, and it would be a legitimate this Brooks sibling. Why not?
Yeah, full sibling.
I don't see anything wrong with. Yeah, I mean,
And
I
she
don't see
has the
anything wrong
papers
with
that
it.
saying it's hers, right? Because wasn't there a
Yes.
lawsuit y'all was telling me about that somebody had where
Oh
the
yeah,
ex
yeah.
husband was
Yes.
doing
Well, he wanted to
something?
use their he wanted to use their embryos, and she was like, no, she went and married somebody else, and he's still suing her. He ended up losing that though, didn't he? I think
I
so.
think
I don't know.
so. I
Yeah.
mean I could see it, but I just think let Brooklyn be an only child. I mean I'm an only child, so maybe that's why I'm saying this. But and I only have one child. It's fine to have one child, in my opinion. And don't you have
I
one
wish
child,
I
Miss
had.
Shirley?
I wish I had five.
Really?
I wish I had more than one. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now I will. Okay, so Angela says she. Now I do feel like when your parents get older and you are the only child, you're solely on your own to take care of them. I can see
Yes.
why, because I always like still a cousin. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Mark's if he's as crazy as we think, and this is allegedly, I don't know if I would want to do it. That's just. But it is her
She
baby,
said that Mark has been a Zoom father. What did she
right?
didn't say, a FaceTime father. That
Mm-hmm.
he's only seen Brooklyn twice in 1 year. So why would you want to have another child alone?
Well,
Yeah,
people have children alone all the time.
well, I mean, Janet
It's
Jackson had a
I'm
baby by that
a lot
man
of
and then
times
left
though
him.
they're trying to, like,
they're trying to what?
I don't think people go into, generally speaking, I don't know. I may have known maybe one other person, one of my mother's friends, who wanted to have a baby and didn't really care who the donor was.
Oh,
But generally speaking, people don't purposely get pregnant knowing they're doing it alone.
yeah. Well,
They are
nowadays women
hopeful.
do.
It's just like,
Yeah,
even
that's
like Krishan, I'm watching this horrible show
Oh
that
God,
I'm
poor
addicted to.
child. Oh, why are you
She's
watching it?
probably going to be a single mother. It ain't no
Yeah,
probably. It's
yeah,
highly likely, but she's hopeful that she won't be.
yeah.
Like,
It's. I mean,
she's hopeful, and Kenya knows what the situation is.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but she's not saying she's looking to have a baby and she expects him to co-parent with her on that other baby. She's not saying that. She wants to have
I
another
know.
sibling for Brooklyn. And
I
Joy,
know.
just I disagree with you on a little bit of that. Lots of people go into having kids every day, especially nowadays, by themselves because they can. And
they
a
do
lot of
it
I
women
now.
mean,
make
I
enough
know. I
money to
think,
do it on their
of
own.
course, that's what surrogates are. I mean, not
Yeah,
surrogates. When people go to sperm banks, they know that they're going to be a single parent. No argument. I'm talking about, generally speaking. I'm not talking about those people that are willing to pay or whatever. When you most women get pregnant, most girls get pregnant with the expectation that this guy's gonna be there. Now he may not be. He might tell you why you 8 weeks pregnant. I don't want this
I
baby.
don't think that's most women. I don't, not
Oh,
You don't
anymore.
look
think
at this.
so?
No,
Listen,
well, I'm one of them. No, I mean,
married women
a
have
lot of
kids by
women
themselves. Look at
decide to
Letitia.
do it on their
Th-
own.
that's true. You can have a husband and he not be there. Like,
But the
Right. That's
reality
different.
is, wow, I agree with you because there are a lot of married women that are
yeah,
single parents. I get that. But
yeah.
the reality is they're not. Because while Letitia could argue that she's alone, if you're being honest, Marceau has obviously paid all the bills because
You
she
think?
wasn't working. So you can't say that you're a single parent. And his
But
children know
financially don't matter.
his
Kenya don't need
children are in
financial
he's
help.
in the house, and he certainly spends a lot of time with them boys. And I do believe that Marceau played a lot of things into played like when he would say, so I just learned that so and so is allergic to peanuts. I don't believe that he
I
really
pray he's
didn't know
playing.
that. I
I
think he
don't
was
know.
playing. I think he plays into the camera. Carlos King has said that. He
But I mean,
literally
Janet
said that
Jackson got pregnant by that man, and then she left him after she had the baby. I mean, I know he a billionaire, but she ain't with him no more. I think some women do it. I wouldn't
They
want to do
do
it.
it.
I wouldn't want to do it, but some women
I mean,
do it.
I personally look, I get that there are a percentage of people, I just think that number is small,
Yeah, I
that
get.
that know, from conception that I'm gonna be by myself,
But
regardless if that's
You
but
think that's a small percentage?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I think it's growing every day though. This new generation, they don't really care. But I will say this: if they're her embryos and they're, what do you do with them if you don't use them?
Nothing.
I know. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just on the
You
fence
could
with it.
just leave them there, and then what did was it Candy or Kenya said? I don't want to just leave my embryos there. I don't want to just set them there because
And
it's
you have
kind
to
of
pay to
weird.
store
So
them, right? Like she's gonna be
yeah.
paying to store
Yeah,
those.
you gotta pay to store them.
So what do
Hmm.
you do with? I'm not gonna get rid of them. I mean, I wouldn't. So I don't know. Whatever she decides is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Um. All right. So let's see. Did you? Okay, we talked about Ross and the hug. So that's, I got some of this stuff out of order. Candy and the gang is coming back. I just want y'all to know that she said it. Um.
Mhm.
Now let's talk about Crooked Courtney. Um. And the B word. Did y'all hear her say, "I don't say that word"?
Yeah, and but I loved it when who was that when they said, "Well, you just said it here." Who was
So
that
she
said that to
said,
her?
"Bitch, I don't say that word."
That was so funny.
Yeah,
She
and
was
it's
like,
like,
I don't even say that word, B. You
Bitch.
just said it, they did.
I mean, that was funny. I'm like, this maybe they're doing this on purpose because she's
Oh
just so busted.
my
Yeah, that was funny.
Do
Mm-mm.
y'all think that Marietta? So did Cynthia start this or not? Was Cynthia the one asking the questions, right? Um, I
What
don't
was
know.
she?
Do y'all like
I
Courtney? What do y'all think about Courtney? Let's just ask that question.
um, she's okay. I mean, she just seems to be, she's a bouncy bobblehead that likes to. It's she's okay, but her focus right now when you intentionally choose to hang around Sanya and Marlo and Sheree, then you're going to act a little off. I swear to God. And so she seems a little off, and she seems to want
Oh,
to really eat Kenya alive. I don't understand what's going on there, but I think it's because of the people she chose to side with that she looks
well,
stupid.
I think it's because Nene even said it when she was on there. The new people went after her because they knew they would get time. I feel like the new people. She tried Candy. Candy was gonna beat her up. So then she went to Kenya because she knows that certain people you can go against, and then everybody's like kind of liking you because they don't like them. And Nene said that it happened to her. Angela said she's trying too hard. Hell says
Yeah.
she got to go. I don't
I
think
She
she.
mean,
ain't. Marlo, it's not a cast member on her I'd like to see stay. And I'll tell you why. The only person that I see stay, and I know some people don't like her, and that's Drew. I think
I like
Drew would
Drew.
be a
yeah.
little bit different if Drew had some real girls to play with. These girls, their storylines are over. They're too concerned about what's going on. Kenya be on Twitter all day explaining, and y'all ever peep her? Like, she's talking about what's disgraceful and all. She's too worried about what people think about
But
her.
that's how they get people to talk about the show. Because she didn't use. I think Bravo makes them do that because they all the only people who don't
No,
really
they don't. No, they
do
don't.
is
I know that
Giselle.
they don't. The reason
It's
I know that they don't, because there are franchises
well,
like
Sheree, all of them do it.
that
They
don't
all are on
ever
Twitter.
touch social media.
Sheree does it. All of them say, no, boo, that ain't what happened. Why is it just Kenya? Every last one of them get on Twitter. If you go to All True Tea or whatever it is, she has a list of
Because
everybody's Twitter.
Kenya picks random stuff that's not even about her. That's the difference.
Oh my
Sheree will
goodness.
address stuff. I was just reading some. You want me to read some? Because Sheree will address things that directly affect her. If something is said bad about Marlo, and look, I'll jump on a bandwagon and tell you I can't stand Marlo. Kenya's gonna jump in that conversation. The situation don't have nothing to do with her. I can understand when we're talking about weeks and weeks ago when she called her gutter snap and all that other stuff, which I absolutely get because they were going backwards and
Are
forward.
people tagging her in it?
No, these are general RO.
Let me see. Give me some examples because I follow her and I ain't seen none of this.
What is this called now?
I don't know.
Twitter.
I ain't seen none of this.
X. Ain't that a mess? I missed that announcement.
I can't what?
I didn't. I heard
X,
it.
Twitter being
You know,
called
that's
X.
why he was so mad
Oh yeah,
that
that damn X on
Trends
my
opened.
phone. Well, he fired all the people and they went to Trends. That's on him.
They did.
Is it Threads? Is it called Threads?
Oh.
Is it called Threads? I thought it was Threads. Okay.
Don't get me lying.
Is it Threads? Is it Threads or Trend? It's something.
So you tell thinks Drew is not good TV. I think that I don't know. Let's see what else. What did y'all think about Sanya showing her pregnancy on the shirt? I thought that was pretty cute.
I thought that was cute. I don't think it was a social media stunt. What Drew said. I thought it was.
Oh,
a
did
cute
she
way
say that?
to, yeah, she was like, "Why does everything have to be a social media stunt?" And I think she's still salty from what happened last year. I do believe that was a social media thing. I do think.
What happened last year?
Y'all remember she had some kind of line. I don't know if it was.
Oh yes, and she told Drew not to come and get Kenya and Candy because they had the most followers.
She got the most followers.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was wrong of her. Did y'all peep Drew's when they was at the table and they were kind of talking about Drew's situation and them not being invited to the birthday party?
Mm-hmm.
Should Sheree have invited Candy and Drew and all them or no? I mean, it's her birthday.
You know, you invite whoever you want to be there, but knowing that Martell was going to be there. Wait a minute, where was Kenya? Where was Kenya at?
Kenya said she was busy.
So, but Kenya did get invited?
I couldn't tell. That's what I did. I couldn't tell that. She just said I was booked and busy. I couldn't be there.
I think she should have invited them. The only thing that would probably make me change that is if Kenya was invited, but Candy was not. You know, because Kenya and her and Martell had their issues. So I wish I knew if she was invited. But no, I think she should have invited them. There was really no reason not to.
Candy would have paid for the dinner? You think Candy wouldn't have paid for the dinner?
Candy would have paid for it.
Candy
but you know. Candy would have done it without.
Probably would have paid for the dinner. Drew, even though she won't pay that lady $1,000, I think she would have paid $1,500 for the dinner. I can't believe that dinner is that cheap.
Right, me either, because it looked like, I mean, how many people we talking about? 6 people?
And this was at Nobu.
Where did they go? To Dennis's hot dog store?
Right. $1,500 is cheap. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anything else?
But Atlanta got so many restaurants. Like they usually have it reasonable.
So this was on the after show. They said that Kenya Drew they said Martell organized the birthday. So Joy, are you sure he didn't?
He did not. She just said she did.
How do you know that, Joy?
Actually, because she literally said, not figuratively, on the show, you called me 2 days before this, which had to either been New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, because her birthday was on the after show. She literally said that. You just called me 2 days ago because in regards to her not buying her a present. This is what Sanya said. You're not a kid. I'm not going to go run around
Right, the
doing
birthday
this
present.
holiday. These are all of her friends. Nobody said Martell had texted us or had called us and said X, Y, and Z. That would have been different. Martell did not invite any of these people. If you listen to what she said, these were my friends of 30 plus years, plus a couple of people from the show. But most of those people in that group, she don't know. I mean, generally speaking, we don't know. I'm sorry, we don't know.
Yeah, we didn't know that. I don't know. So
Martell did not arrange this. She literally said, and they were talking. It was like, well, did you get a call? Nope. Did you get a call? Nope. Did you? So if Martell was arranging this, why didn't he invite, say, Drew? Because I could see why he may not have wanted to call.
Why would
Candy
he personally? He don't know any of them personally, does he?
But he's hosting it.
No, that's my point.
Sheree could have told him. Yeah,
like but he's hosting the party for her.
He did not.
Okay, whatever. He did.
These are y'all just want to place blame on him. These are her
There's
friends.
No blame to blame. We didn't ask
how do you host and call everybody and invite everybody? You may give a list.
Pay $1,500. Joy, it's only $1,500.
That's what y'all just want to place blame on that boy.
Well, how are we placing? We didn't ask him for cash app. That's all on him. Can't nobody force send me your cash app. What we got to do with that?
So why would they cash app him if he didn't have? They should have cashed out Sheree. Why cash app him if he ain't got no part in it? That makes no sense to me.
Thank you. Yeah, no.
Martell said cash app him. So if he has no part in organizing, then why they need to cash app
then
him?
Why is he asking for that? That's what I said earlier.
I'll tell you why. Can I tell you why?
Please.
Because like with most people, when they have a bill, people normally decide when you have a big bill. When I go out with my girlfriends, we usually agree before we even order, unless you buy alcohol, because I don't buy no liquor and I ain't paying for no liquor. That's my rule. We gonna split the bill, period.
Really? So that's you and your girlfriends. What they got to do with?
But I'm like, even not just my girlfriend. Well, let me rephrase it. When I go out to eat with my friends, and a lot of times our husbands come, you're not going to ask for individual bills when you have big crowds. One person might pay. That's actually kind of normal today. I mean,
really?
When I'm taking out, my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. Whoever shows up, I'll probably do the identical thing. Now we just going to Texas Roadhouse, so it's not that big of a deal. But just text that, just do it in me. That way they only need one ticket. You're not paying for this ticket and this ticket. The only person that would have to get a ticket if I'm heading it would be the person who bought liquor. That would be it.
Y'all talked about it beforehand. He ain't talking about Nathan beforehand.
You don't know that.
They wouldn't have been shocked. What? They wouldn't have been shocked then, Joy.
But they didn't know until then. You wouldn't know until you got there.
They was baffled and befuddled.
I don't think this.
I text this. People don't like it. I tweeted this. People don't like it.
I can't see it.
Candy is so unaffected by others when they show emotion. I was talking about Drew's sister. Yes, she's always crying.
Okay.
And people don't like
she's just very dismissive of other people, I feel like, when people show emotion.
What are people saying on it? Okay, the reason Martell is dating her because he can top his ex-girlfriend on the Huntsville show. So he went to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What do you mean, Kevin? You talking about Coleslaw?
His ex-wife? You mean his ex-wife?
Or his ex-girlfriend? Which one? Ariane, I'm not going to call her Coleslaw. Or Mel? I feel like Mel has exceeded Sheree in so many things. Like Sheree can't even get her clothing line off the ground. But anyway.
And Phelan got her little t-shirt on sale, 2 days after the comment? Mm-hmm.
I
Thank you
I
very
don't
much.
know. She
What
cried.
else
She
is on
loved.
there? Because this Martell broke thing, I mean, that's such a
I
normal
can't take.
conversation.
Okay,
He
let's see what
just
else I got. Um, did Sanya and Courtney on the after? I mean, Sanya and Marlo on the after show. Did you see them throw Courtney on the bus and try to say she was the one that was telling people that Martell wasn't paying the bill? And then did y'all watch the after
Yeah,
show?
I
yeah,
And
did,
then
but I don't remember that. I
and
guess I
then
wouldn't pay attention.
production showed who really said it.
yeah. It was
Hmm.
really Marlo
And
and Sanya.
Sanya.
Yeah,
And
they were trying to
let's
throw.
see how that throws out at the
Well,
reunion.
that was the whole thing with the B word. She actually didn't call Drew a B, and Drew was physically there. I don't
Well,
know if
she
y'all
did
watched it,
say, and then the bitch. So that's calling
but
her a
she
bitch.
Then
wasn't
this
talking
bitch has
about.
the person to question me.
Yeah.
Who was
What
Yeah,
do
she
you mean
she
she
talking
was
did.
about then?
She was talking to who was
not
standing
to
up.
She was
who
That's
was
who she
she
was.
talking
talking
to Sanya
about?
about Drew.
She wasn't talking about Drew.
Yes, she was.
Oh
The
God.
producer showed that Sanya heard it and said she didn't. That's why he said, "This is Sanya right here."
Okay.
And Courtney is telling Sanya about Drew.
But Drew was physically there.
Drew, no,
And
that's when
what
they
is
was
that?
colluding. They was colluding. It was
Oh, God.
Sanya, Marlo, and Courtney. That's when Marnietta said they was in collusion in the corner talking about Drew. Drew had
But
left.
she was, I know, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was whether or not what's her name called her a B.
She did. She was
She
calling.
wasn't talking about Drew.
Who was
She
she
was
talking about then?
talking about Sanya because this B right here was questioning me. She wasn't talking about Drew.
What did Sanya question Courtney about? Explain this to me. Because Drew was
Uh,
questioning Courtney's
or
God.
allegiance to her. After the dinner, Drew went to Courtney and said, "Are you sitting here talking about me to them? You need to be on my side. You're my cousin. Be careful." So she was telling Sanya that Drew had the nerve to be questioning her. Do you not understand that?
no, that's not
That the
definitely not how
producer pointed at
she
Sanya
was
to
talking.
show that Sanya was there because Sanya said I wasn't there. And the producer was like, "Yeah, she said it to you. You were right there, Sanya. Sanya was there. She was collusion with them. But Sanya said she wasn't. It really was. She said it's fine though. She wasn't calling her a bitch like that bitch stole my man. They just use that word freely on this show. So I think Marietta had a little in it too, but what else we got? Oh, did Ralph really say to Drew that he was the Ike and she was Tina?
He's so stupid.
What is
And
wrong with him?
then he didn't. That was last year. This year he was trying to say, what other couple did he use this season?
Barack and Obama.
Yeah, I was like, what?
She
Did he
said, "Boy,
mean
you don't even know
Michelle?
you got a wife." She said, "You don't even know you got a wife. You didn't say Michelle." Oh, Kevin said he heard that Drew throws a plum at Puss in Boots. No. Y'all know who Puss in Boots is, right?
No.
Who?
Courtney, remember she first came over? She had on those
Puss
boots
in
and she was
Boots.
dropping it.
Oh my gosh, she does remind you of Puss in Boots.
And
Oh my
people start
goodness.
calling her Puss in Boots.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's see if I got anything else. I think that was it.
Did you, Joy? Did you email a picture of the outfits, or do you want me to
Oh, I
send it?
do got them. That's what it was.
I
I
did.
knew.
I put him
I
in
got
Okay,
there.
them.
good.
Thank you for reminding me. Because
What?
I did. Okay, that I have them on here and I forgot. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm going to show the full picture first. Oh, how do I do it? Y'all know? There we go. Okay, I'm on my iPad. I don't know what I'm doing.
mm.
Okay, so this is the full picture of everyone with Andy. And then I'm going to show them three at a time because Joy sent them three at a time to me. So the first little group is Candy, Marlo, and Kenya. Okay, what y'all want to say?
Okay.
I don't like Candy's dress. I don't really like Kenya's, but she did look the best. And Marlo looked like Miss Roper from Three's Company.
Oh, that's better than what I was gonna say. Yes, she does. She does. Miss Roper. Oh my God, Joy, I got. That's too
That
funny.
is
Okay,
Y'all
so
remember she used to wear them Afghans?
yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Gonna look sexy
all
too.
the
she
time.
does. Oh my
Miss
God.
Roper. Okay, so I think Candy is the best dress. I love that dress on Candy. I think it is so gorgeous. Kenya's a beautiful girl, different looking outfit. It's very see through. I like it. Not one of my favorites, but it looks good on her. Now, Marlo, to me, it looks like she went and got a pair of turquoise Pampered by Portia bed sheets and a bedazzler and
Yeah,
poops
it don't look
with
good.
some
I don't
hot
know what
glue
that is.
gun and glued it all together. She looks a hot mess. That's what she looks.
Candy, okay. So Candy's dress, Hale says it needs to be longer. Angela said Candy looks absolutely gorgeous. Kevin says Marlo's dress is giving TJ Maxx. So Candy, I
Mm-hmm.
sort of like the dress, but I feel like it makes her stomach look pregnant. Is it just me?
Well,
Like
she
that shouldn't
doesn't.
be in the
I don't.
that shouldn't be in the
It's not
middle.
making her poof out or anything.
Maybe
I
it's
don't. I don't.
the I
I
don't
didn't
like the
think
middle
pregnant.
color then. Something ain't right with the middle color. Like it should be, I don't know,
Um,
just not right
I
there on her
love it.
stomach.
I
Um
really, really like it. Antoinette,
Marlo,
is Antoinette? We ain't seen her in a while.
oh, I
Antoinette said it
didn't
looks
tag her.
like oh shoot, I done forgot. Dang it.
It's the silhouette. Okay. Marlo to me looks like
God,
y'all
Antoinette said something
said,
so funny. I cannot even
like it
remember what she
is.
said.
I don't know. She's not giving the fashions. Kenya, I think I would like it if it didn't have the feathers and her boobs.
Yeah, that's what's throwing
It's
that off.
something
It's
Yeah,
just
about it.
a hot
it's
glue
it,
gun for days.
it was weird to me.
Yeah, it's something about it. And I don't know if I like her hair like this.
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, her hair is okay. I don't mind the updo. It's just that little Pampered by Portia bedazzler and a hot glue gun. There you go.
yeah,
You can probably make that in about 20 minutes.
oh, she has a bustier. Okay, and then Joy, was you the one that showed? Remember when they got mad at the other sister for having on a different color? And then, do you
Hmm.
feel like Candy did that with them? Like, let's put the other picture up, or is her color in the
Um.
color scheme?
Well, if the I have to see what it looks like when we actually watch it,
Mm.
because sometimes pictures don't do these dresses justice. Actually, Kenya don't look best. Actually, Drew looked best.
Yeah, I
Drew
like
does
But
Drew.
if
look.
you notice, they're like two different blues.
It's
I don't
too.
know if they said let's do Tiffany
Mm-hmm.
blue or turquoise because they
Well,
really are different colors.
one side, like everybody got Tiffany blue on except Marlo and Sanya, right?
No, what somebody else's dress is off. It's just not a good. Go to the other dress.
Let's go to
Go to
this
the
one.
other picture. Yeah, you see how different. Oh, okay. See,
Yeah,
those
Sanya
two are
and
wearing
Marlo.
Tiffany blue.
Yeah.
Um,
Sheree's dress is cute. Drew's dress in that shot. Drew's looked. It's cute
they
on her, but it
really
looks
have
kind
on
of
three
big.
different colors. Though that's blue, but that's
It's a
that
lot of
Tiffany,
fabric. I don't know.
that Tiffany blue.
Okay,
Whatever.
so let's talk about Sanya. What y'all think?
I mean, she pregnant.
She's
It's
pregnant. We
nothing.
can go on to the next one.
I mean, it don't look bad. It don't look like
Yeah.
nothing.
It's just
It gives you
next.
nothing. But I
It gives
Yeah,
think
me nothing.
she's pregnant. Bless
it
it to
looks
the
like
baby.
just a slip
And good
dress. Is
night.
that what
Right.
they
Okay.
call like a slip dress?
And if she hold her stomach one more time,
Who y'all think had on scrubs? Hold on, I missed something. All right, and then what you think about Drew? I don't. It does look like it's. I don't
it
know.
it's she looks
Why her shoes
beautiful.
look purple?
It almost looks.
Right.
I like that. It almost looks a little too big. I can't tell. She looks good though. It just
I don't like the sleeve. Maybe something ain't
is that what
right.
it is? Something. It's almost like she has on somebody else's dress, like Nene's
Yeah.
dress.
Like yeah, like
Bigger than
somebody that's
her, but
You
taller
it's
know how
a
than
big
Nene.
tall Nene is as compared to
Yeah.
Drew?
So that yeah.
Nene almost 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like I think she's 5'10".
Who is?
Nene.
Okay,
Yeah.
well
So
then
that's why
that's why
she's saying.
Drew's thing looked too big for her. It looks too
Yeah,
big and
Drew's
too
looks like
long.
Oh,
she
I
got
got
a.
you. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Then what about Sheree?
It looks much better as an individual picture than it did in the group. It's okay.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
really like the middle part. Um,
It don't look bad,
it doesn't look
Yeah.
bad. I like it. I like it. I mean, you know.
I don't
but
think it's
they
the
couldn't
best.
come to a consensus what color because
Yeah.
it's too many. And it's just kind of like I had a girlfriend that got married,
Let me
and
take this off.
it wasn't turquoise. I kept saying turquoise. She was like, "It's not turquoise." Like though that Tiffany blue,
Now what did she say?
turquoise, it's different colors.
Yeah.
So okay, we showed that picture. I just wanted to make sure I showed all the pictures. Yeah, I don't think it's their best reunion looks. They've looked better. I like when they wear the all black. Right? Did they wear all black or something one time?
Yes, yes, they look
Yes,
really good.
they looked really good. Why does the Potomac and Atlanta always have to wear the same colors, but nobody else wears the same colors?
I wonder if
Nobody.
I would. Do you think they just want to wear the same colors?
It's
Maybe.
possible.
They want to stay uniform like that? I don't know.
Cause okay, they were like that on Family Feud. Did y'all watch it?
No.
I didn't, and I tried to find it and couldn't find it.
They said
Yep.
it's supposed to be on Hulu. I hadn't watched it, but so I know who won. Do y'all know who won?
I don't want
No.
to know.
Okay, I
Kenya
don't
and
want to give
them.
a spoiler,
I want
but
to know. I ain't gonna watch it.
but all they said was the charade was really dumb. Who else they say was dumb in that post?
Drew,
Drew, charade. Yeah,
but I didn't. Yeah, I don't. They didn't say who won, but I heard people talking about.
And did
yeah.
y'all hear
Yeah,
Drew tell
but
Ralph?
the pressure that's under, that you're under, is kind of weird. You know what I mean? It's I
Oh,
saw.
do we have Mayette and Courtney? I don't think we had their picture.
Oh, I do.
Oh, let me see.
Let's.
Drew told Ralph last night, I graduated at the top of my class. I ain't behind. Remember
And
that?
then she said I graduated early. Cause what did he say to her that made her
Moneta
say
wore
that?
them pants. That pants outfit, Moneta
Yeah, I
was
don't
just
like
wrong.
it.
Let's see.
Does somebody
Oh,
have it
here
on
go.
short real
Yeah,
quick before we
I
go?
got mine yet. I'll put her picture in there.
Okay. Or you can just hold it
Yeah.
up, Joy, if you want.
Oh, she got a pantsuit.
She
Can
got
y'all
a
see it?
pantsuit. Yeah. And then
Can
here's
y'all see it? Okay.
Courtney's. Yeah. I mean, that picture, well, no, it's still the same. I mean, that's a different picture than what was posted, but you can still see her.
It's something
Um,
about the crotch.
it just ain't right. But it's
Right.
pretty. It just needed to be something.
It
I
Girl,
wasn't a
don't
she had that
reunion dress.
made.
Like that's
She
something you
it
would
looked like
wear.
she had that made by her auntie.
Right. That's not something you wear to a
Actually,
reunion.
Courtney looked the best.
Yeah, she does.
That's what
Show
it
her.
was.
No,
Yeah.
she didn't.
I don't.
Let me see if I
Mm-mm.
can find a
Send
picture.
it to me, somebody.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
it'll just
sending
look
it to
better.
you.
Okay.
Right.
You got Courtney's picture?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm sending to Courtney almost. I mean, it almost made it. I promise you, it almost made
I
it.
always say that. You almost
But
cute
the
means what I
middle
say.
part, I mean, it's definitely not
I,
ugly. It just
not mind you that activates my anxiety. Y'all ain't right.
where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. She looked pretty. I mean, where's my chatter up stuff? I can't send it to y'all for some reason. Let me get out. I'm sorry. Talk about something else real quick. Let's see.
It's a couple things that we haven't talked about. Like, I don't know if any of you all. I see that Carlos King is interviewing Kenya this upcoming week. I'm gonna listen to that. I don't know if y'all heard some of the clips.
No, I heard it's coming.
I heard a couple of clips. That's where she talked about.
All right, the picture's in the mail in the message now, Montique. Go ahead. Sorry, Joy.
No, I was just saying that I was just mentioning that Kenya apparently, he had this big interview with Nene. I think that was me and Montanique were arguing about it because
Uh-huh.
people were saying in 2 days, Nene got 1 million looks
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube with her interview with.
It was 2 weeks, Joy, not 2 days.
It
But go
wasn't
ahead.
2 weeks. That was the second. That no,
The
it
picture you
was.
showed me said 2 weeks. Do you want me to go find it? It says two
Girl,
weeks
Yeah,
on
so
it.
people are
It
making a
says
big
two
deal out of
weeks
that,
on
but
it. It does not say two
what's the
days,
thing
Joy.
with that?
You posted in our group, and I can go show you too. It was 2 weeks.
What's the big deal about that number, though? What are they trying to say?
they're trying to say that if Nene could garner, I knew that she could do that because she did it on College Hill. That if she
Yeah,
could garner
Right. I mean, it's a YouTube channel.
a
it's a YouTube
million.
channel of a
People,
girl that most of us we love Nene, and we don't see Nene all the time. So I
right.
was not really shocked to see that high number of views. We don't see Nene as often as we would like to be. That doesn't mean that if she was back on the Real Housewives that it would always be over 1 million, but I think that's why it was so high with Carlos. We hadn't seen an interview like that with her in a long time, if at all. We don't get to see her. We love to see her.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. It was, and then what we're looking at is that, and his interview came on at 9 a.m. So he had all day to garner stuff. Atlanta comes on a Sunday night at 7. And
Mm-hmm.
at 7 o'clock, they have 800,000 plus watching by the next time that live. And then Peacock and streaming and DVR. If New York, the new New York show can have 400,000, and then after the numbers, they have 1.7. You cannot tell me that Atlanta ain't at least getting 2 to 3. I mean, we don't see but one night of them. Another
Right.
thing with YouTube is people ain't gonna go back and watch Nene's interview over and over again. You will see people go back and watch the entire seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it's a YouTube channel. We can all watch it. Everybody don't have Bravo. Like it's comparing things that aren't even comparable in my
I
opinion.
agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, you can go back and watch YouTube over and over again,
But who
but
does it?
sometimes you just want to see a certain part. And his page isn't set up to where you can go right to where she said this about Cynthia, like you could if you was just rewinding every 10 seconds. I don't know.
And then
I went back to watch it a couple
Hell
times.
said Nene didn't do College Hill by herself. Most tuned in for Ray J's messiness. I don't know.
Girl, don't nobody tune. Girl, who tunes in for
People
Ray
love
J?
Ray J. Ain't people that
Yeah.
love hip hop
I mean,
shows?
I can see
I mean,
people tuning in
it's
just for
not
him.
that I didn't enjoy, because he, I watch reality TV. I watch Ray J, but he's definitely not who I could even imagine anybody would tune in for.
Maybe not you, Joy, but people like Ray J.
Like,
I mean,
even
it's
this
not like
last
she wasn't
season,
by
I
herself.
tuned in because I wanted to see New York and
Yeah.
Jocelyn and how that worked. And
And how
plus,
was
Girl.
those numbers?
but like, I definitely don't think so. Like, they got that when they first released College Hill.
All right, people like Ray J.
There's articles that said that they got almost 900 views on the night that it premiered.
Yeah.
That was
But did people
one.
keep watching it? Were the views consistent? Because she was there the whole time. Was their views consistently that
We
high?
don't know because they didn't release that.
I don't think if they would have. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just it was one
We
night
don't
only.
know.
It was
We
one
don't
night
know that.
only. That's like
It
you
wasn't no
going
one
and
night only.
Beyonce doing I'm serious. It's like a one thing. People were like, what's she gonna say about the people? And then she talked more. And one thing about that interview that I did not like was Nene felt like she was the only one that was a star. She put down everybody else. Portia, Phaedra.
But if y'all
No.
want to take away the emotion, she really is.
But she's a star person with no job. Like,
But I
come
mean,
on.
okay,
I
there's
mean,
a whole lot of stars
So
that
I'd
ain't
rather have a
working. That don't make
job
them
than
not a
just
star. Will
okay,
Smith
no,
ain't
I'm with
working.
you.
That
I'd
don't
rather
make
have a
him not a
I'm with you
star.
on that, Joy. I
I'd
mean, I
rather
agree.
have a job
Nene
then.
is a
If
That
that's
star.
don't,
the case.
like, all BS aside, take away the emotion. When
I
you
think
think
that was
about
dirty.
reality shows, like, for real, take away all the emotion.
What is she a
It's
star of,
still
Joy?
Nene. It don't mean that
I
she a
mean, I
good
agree with
person.
you.
It don't mean that she's likable. It don't mean, by everybody, it don't mean a whole bunch of things. But when she was certainly the biggest on the Housewives franchise.
I
And
like
even,
Courtney's shoes. Did you
Then
put
why
Courtney
can't
up?
she?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I
but
got
that
to
don't
then.
mean,
But so then,
that the other, it's just like, if you want to, let's take away the emotion. Pick another show.
girl, they
No.
say Joy would defend Nene and Martell. That's who she gets
She
riled
was.
up for, y'all. That's
Listen,
who she gets
take
riled
away
up for,
the
y'all.
Kevin,
emotion.
right.
If you think about who is the star of
She
Love
didn't
and
feel like
Hip Hop, who do
she
you
didn't
think
feel like
of?
nobody was a star. Joy. Portia
It was
wasn't a
only
star.
one.
Phaedra wasn't a
No,
star. Like
it was
It's
Stevie.
only one.
I
Who is
Stevie
feel
the
was
like
the
star of?
star.
Who's the
Stevie,
star?
Justin.
oh, I don't watch it.
Jocelyn. I
Stevie.
can't stand her.
You said Stevie J.
Stevie, Stevie, not Stevie. Stevie and
Arguably,
Jocelyn.
but no. It would be Stevie J, but definitely Jocelyn.
So
If you
none of
think
them are
about
stars. Then you trying to
who was the star of what was the name of that show? With the real unattractive guy, Flavor of Love.
Oh, who was it? New York?
New York. So you think New York is a star? Okay.
New York
I
was a
did.
star,
So
and then the little short girl,
person
Hoops. New
Okay,
York
Joy.
Hoops and Flavor Flav. No, but Miss
No,
Peaches was a
nobody
star
talks
too.
about hoops.
Do y'all remember Miss
Nobody,
Peaches?
nobody. I didn't, hoops really didn't have personality to me. She was just pretty, and she
I
was a
just feel
nice
like I'm gonna
girl.
say this. I
She was
feel like
normal
humility
amongst
goes
the
a
group,
long way. Nene is burning more bridges than she is going to ever
but
be
that
able to
don't
walk
take
across.
away her. That don't take away
She
what
is
she.
burning so many bridges because she had these people were like advocates for her. She down people who like talk about praise her when you have an interview with people and they say we owe it to Nene. And then Carlos didn't have Nene on something and Giselle defended her like why was Nene not hot and then Nene goes and says negative things about them. To
But if
me,
you go, they
that's not a
admit that she telling the truth.
no. Robin did, but
But
Robin
I'm
was
like Giselle, and everybody know I love me some Giselle. I flat out do.
she. But why
I
was she even
do.
mentioned?
I love Giselle.
But
That's my
why
girl. In my
Nene
head, we
allowed
friends.
Carlos to
She's not
use
the.
her.
She not a
Nene
star.
allowed Carlos to use her because he named all these people. He named and two people who weren't even on Atlanta. She should have said, "I don't even know those girls. Like, I don't need. That's not why are we talking about them. I can understand Claudia and all the other people, even though I feel like they're stars in their own right, in my opinion. For her to say that, I felt like was not a good
I
move.
don't think that I wouldn't have necessarily said that. I don't think that was a good thing. That's why I said you're in your feelings in
I'm
regards to
not
what
in
she
my
said.
feelings.
You really are because you're laser
Because
focused
I have an
on what
opinion.
you
I'm in my
feel like
feelings
she should have said.
because
Joy,
You
I have an
Joy,
you
opinion
are.
different than yours.
Joy. The
So you're
numbers
not in your feelings
declined
about.
while Nene
So
was
you're
on
not
the
in your
show.
feelings about how much you like Nene, but I'm in my feelings because I
The
don't like
I,
her as much as you.
why would I be in my feelings on how much I like Nene? That don't even make no sense.
But you are. You in your
I mean,
feelings
you
about
really
how
are,
much you
Joy.
like
Okay.
her, so you defending her to the death. Your feelings towards her are very
Really?
positive.
Just like
Hence how
just
you're
like
in
she
your
does
feelings.
Nene,
Martell.
when if you
Oh
if you
Lord,
go on
what you mean it
TikTok
makes no
right
sense?
now, when I think about a star, I'm thinking about when you want to watch something on if you want to watch a show and people say, "Hey, what's the best franchise?" Everybody not only says normally Atlanta, if you ain't never watched one, but you're gonna tell them to watch seasons 5 and 6. Those were
And then
awesome.
you know what Carlos said? Kenya and Portia came on those seasons and they turned and made Atlanta better than it was. And Nene said, "You think so?" She didn't even want to give them that. And Carlos was the producer and he told her that. And she was like, "Oh, you think so?"
I
He said
mean,
those were the
I
best
don't
people
think.
that
I
they
mean,
bought
but
on
she
that
didn't
show.
dispute it either.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
let's be clear. But why would she
Joy,
not believe that when
she
that's
didn't
their
believe.
two highest rated seasons? That's when they were up to 6 million views live.
That's because people didn't stream. This is what I don't
I'm not
understand.
arguing. I'm
People
just
did
not
not
arguing. I'm just saying
stream
that
then. You
is
had to watch it live. We don't now. We can wait
you didn't
7 days
have to
or
watch.
a
That's
week.
not true. I had a DVR
But a
in
lot of people did
2008.
enjoy because they could not afford the
I'm
extra
not
month.
arguing that. My
Maybe
point is
you
they
could.
existed and a
I'm just
lot of
gonna shut. I'm
people
just gonna
got
shut
on them.
up. I'm
And
just gonna shut up.
initially they didn't include the DVRs with live numbers. Because I
They
literally
Oh my
still
remember
god.
don't. They still don't. They still don't
they
include the
do.
DVRs with a lot
Yes, they do.
later, but not the
Yes,
live
they do.
numbers we see. No, they don't.
Not
They
in the
don't.
live
Oh
numbers.
my
That's what you
goodness.
just
No, no,
said.
no, 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 no. Up
Okay.
until very recently, if you go back to
You mean to the
remember
final
when
number?
Bravo ratings, remember
Do
when
you mean the
Bravo
final
ratings,
number?
they
Or
literally said that they wait until Tuesday on Sundays because
their
they
thing says
include
it
if
does
you
not.
watch it within 24 hours.
I
How
mean,
else you
like
gonna
you have to
watch it
like do a
within
whole
24
cardio
hours?
class before getting on here with Joy because she will send you around the tracks.
And I'm
Okay.
like, that's fact. It's a couple of
Hmm.
things that are fact. You don't have to believe me. You can Google it
We
because they
usually
talk
can't
about it.
though.
Joy, listen. People did
Are
not
we going to talk
stream as
about
much.
the lawsuit
Let
or
me look
anything
at the
before we
other
hang up?
clothes, honey, because
Yeah,
she's gonna
let's talk
defend.
about the
The
lawsuit because
lawsuit
Is
or
we
speaking
doing
of
wiggle
other
for the
free,
wall
clothes?
or
Are we gonna talk?
something.
Watch y'all send me these pictures and we not doing the clothes. Do I
No,
need
it's
go
to?
ahead.
cute.
I,
It's cute.
Mon-
It just looks homemade,
yeah,
but it's cute.
Monietta, her pant. Yeah, no, it's cute though. It just
It's
is
cute.
something's wrong.
I don't know
Mhm.
what Google she talking about. Just let her have it, baby.
Which
All
Google?
right, let's go to and then here is
My
Courtney.
chick said just let her. Okay,
And
Courtney. I like Courtney's shoes. She's the only one that
I
I've
don't like
noticed.
Courtney. I don't like the top.
Yeah, it looks like
The
Disney
feathers
Frozen, and
again. Yeah.
yeah, I kind of froze that part
Here,
off. But
put me
her,
back on. This Google. Put me back on.
she said this
This
Google.
Google.
That looks
Google
like
this.
a former Twitter. I don't know if that's true or false, or if it's
This
X.
is
I don't
sign
know where
up
that's
for
at.
news. Yeah, they are factored. We know they're factored in the ratings.
Okay.
I didn't say that, but the way you worded it was a little confusing, Joy. That's all we were saying, Joy.
Do you guys want Courtney
I mean,
back next season? We'll just let them find.
You
Does
might be
anyone
no,
want
too.
Courtney back next season?
not at all.
You don't. You don't. You don't
And
think so?
Martinique, one of y'all are Nelson ratings.
Good.
They
Good
count your
night.
ratings for 7 days.
Right, but that's not the live view. Joy,
Hey
the way
Angela,
you
you hung
worded
up
it.
yet? Do you
Listen,
want
baby.
Courtney back
The
next
way you
season? Where'd
worded
she
it
go?
was confusing to people. That's all I was just trying to
Haley,
clarify.
Kevin, do y'all want Courtney back next season? We just
No,
gonna let Joy and them fight.
I'm not fighting with her. I'm just trying to let her know I was trying to help clarify what she was
Trying to
saying.
help
I'm not
clarify.
saying you
Okay.
wrong, Joy. Um, no, no, they're
Bye
saying
bye,
no.
Courtney.
I don't want Courtney back. Okay, so let's talk about the lawsuit, then we'll get off.
I don't
Um,
want none of them back.
So here's the thing with the lawsuit. I understand why Candy is not wanting to be a part of it. Does anyone
She
not understand that?
there. Sure
I
not.
do.
Huh?
Nobody else
Well,
care.
Dorinda doesn't want to be part of it, and she was on pause. Who else? It was a few people who were like
Oh,
they don't
Dorinda
understand
didn't
why.
either.
Yes,
Okay.
I gotta find that thing because it was like 6 or 7 of them were like, no, they don't
So let me
believe it.
ask you guys though.
I actually think they have a for those that are not clear, Bethany from New York, they used to be at Housewives of New York, on behalf of the Housewives, put together a class action lawsuit, or I don't know if it's class action, but a lawsuit against Bravo. I kind of, when I read through it, it is unfair. It's one thing when Bravo would play their shows on the TV, even if they were in rerun, like an off
Mm-hmm.
season, especially when you kind of hyping everybody up for the next season. And it's another thing when they add it to streaming. So that means that people are watching them, they're themselves on TV over and over again, and they have no benefit.
They did
That's
not.
the part I kind of agree with
I
Bethany
agree with
on
that.
that. To play
Mm-hmm.
it on the show is one thing. To play it on
Mm-hmm.
Bravo, because it's so many franchises, it's gonna be sporadic. And usually it's a lead in. Usually they're very strategic about what they play because they're trying to give you some context to the upcoming season. That happens a lot if y'all haven't paid attention. Because on a
Yeah.
couple of shows, a couple of seasons, like on especially on like Jersey, they'll play some stuff from 6 seasons ago that's gonna be played out on the upcoming season.
Right.
But that streaming, they got a point there. That show, you can watch a whole season, all of their work. They don't get a quarter, a nickel, and a dime. And while some people feel like, well, they were paid, just like royalties, when you sing, if you sign a good contract and you're singing, Candy is still getting paid from stuff that she did when she was 18. And,
Yeah, and
and
stuff
she
that she
should.
wrote every time
And she
anything comes.
should.
Yeah.
Because that she either performed it or she wrote it. But you should have to give away your rights. And
Well, okay, so in all that, did you hear that Bethany just tried in May to sell a show to Bravo?
I heard that was jacked up.
So
That was really jacked up.
that's when it kind of to me.
Wait, what?
Yes,
Yeah.
in May of 2023, she tried
Yep.
to sell a show to Bravo.
And
Yeah.
they didn't buy it. It sounds.
They shelved
It's
it.
on
I think
pause.
it's on
And so
pause.
now she mad.
But I think
Oh.
they would have eventually
Is
done it.
that true? We don't know. That's blogs talking.
No, page 6 said. I don't know if they're true or not, but it was on page 6.
It's
So
still
normally they.
blog.
Oh, I thought page 6 was more credible. Like they say, I ain't
It,
gonna
it
say
And
if it's
kind of
on
sort
page
of
6 or
is, but
TMZ.
it's still
Well, the
gossip.
girl so it's somebody's daughter. They showed the family that it was going to be. I mean, they page 6 had a whole article and showed the family who was going to be, who they were going to use. It's some redheaded lady, and her mother's famous. I can't remember who it was, but I think that lady would have been like, "No, this ain't true." If it wasn't true, um, they even showed the lady and her family, her husband, her kid, everything in the picture. Um,
Mhm.
I do agree that they probably should get money for streaming and you know, but s- the contract they signed, it does that hold up more than
Well, but streaming didn't exist.
so
In
does your
2000,
contract
if you
say
think, I mean, streaming did,
but most of the
Bravo,
time it's
Peacock,
grandfathered in. Now people
yeah,
who come on
Peacock,
later can now they future contracts can say that, but their other ones they're grandfathered in normally legally. Like you can't sue for something that you didn't know was gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't think so.
Mm.
I mean that's just me. But if they
I
sign a
mean, you
future
can
contract,
sue, but yeah, you can.
if there's a
If
future
if
contract
I
and you
did
know
a
streaming
movie,
it,
if I did a short film and was paid for a short film to be played in a theater, and somebody recorded it and uploaded it,
but that's
and
piracy, Joy. This is not piracy. It's still the same company called Bravo. It's still Bravo's
it,
umbrella,
it's
Peacock.
no, it's their parent company, NBC. Peacock
Right.
is
They're still the same
NBC.
umbrella. They're still the same
I
umbrella.
don't know. I think Bethany's, if that's the case, they'll throw her lawsuit out. She has a good claim, I think, but I don't know law about piracy or but it does feel like if you signed a contract to show something to air on Bravo, because that's all this is new. And 10
Yes.
years later, they're now paying because it's a paid service. That's the part that I think is, if this was just Bravo and it was just a part of Bravo's app, which came with your cable, I don't think it would be an issue. It's because of Peacock, and people pay a month for Peacock because even if they just got a penny
But
or a
yeah, the
nickel,
SAG checks are only like $1 or $2. Like
I mean,
it's
that's
not
all
like
I heard. That my cousin was telling me that there are people who do the streams. So when you buy a streaming service, what's the name of the streaming? Like, I buy YouTube Music. You
yeah.
may buy iTunes,
I do
and
Spotify.
you could download Beyonce's whole album for free.
Uh-huh.
That every time you play a song, she may only get a nickel.
Yeah, she'll get something. But
But
some
she'll get
people, but there's
something.
some type of contract you have with them because Taylor Swift took all of her stuff off for a while because she didn't feel like she was getting paid enough.
Oh,
But I
Taylor.
think it was Taylor Swift
oh,
on
yeah,
one
yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
Yeah,
So,
because
but I
it's
feel
so
like
little. They said those streaming things,
yeah,
you get so little. But that's why I said, even if they're just getting a penny
yeah,
for every
Peacock
time,
was
because
included in
it's
my
six
cable.
girls or seven girls, they should get something.
But I think it's
I
gonna have to
agree
be
with
a
that.
future contract. Like when they sign future contracts, they need to say it includes streaming. Like they shouldn't sign another contract without it including streaming. And if they do, that's their fault, in my opinion.
Mm.
Who do you have for cable that don't pay for Peacock? Now, I only pay a
Xfinity used
dollar
to
a
pay for
month.
my Peacock. They don't
I
anymore.
only pay who?
Xfinity, T-Mobile pays for my
Oh, okay.
Netflix, so
Okay.
I don't pay for
Well, I
Netflix.
know, like, I got Paramount for free
Yeah.
with Walmart Plus, I think it was.
Okay. Yeah. Xfinity
Yeah.
stopped paying ours June 24th.
Yeah. And I know that sometimes you get stuff free when you're buying another service, but
Yeah.
it's still contractual. You're still
It's
paying
probably still in your
something.
phone bill or your cable
Yeah,
bill.
you still paying something. I just think that they should get something.
I
Like
think
I
they
said,
should
it
too.
could be something like a nickel because
Not
that's
Taylor the Garden
all.
too. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if she has a case. I feel like Bethany has tried so many things and she has not succeeded. I mean, Skinny Girl did, but the two shows that she had reality TV wise didn't make it. I don't think her
Didn't you
YouTube
have a talk
channel,
show or
yeah, her
something?
talk show didn't make
Yep.
it. I don't think her YouTube channel's hitting on anything because she used to do what we do. Like she
She's
used,
not interesting.
yeah.
She's one of those
Oh
people
my
that have to
God.
bounce after. She's not interested in me. I've only seen a couple of episodes. That's why I couldn't get into New York. I
She is
tried.
she's extremely interesting to me. I've always loved
Oh,
Bethany.
She looks
Yeah.
unhinged every time she talks about it. She
She is,
looks
and
like
it's awesome to watch. Oh, where'd that come from?
we shall see.
Where that
I don't know.
We shall see with the lawsuit. I mean, I want them to get money, I feel like they paved the way because, like, when Nene was like, he would have me on Watch What Happens Live because I helped get people to start watching it. I could see
He
that, you
did.
know. So, and I feel
I
like
mean,
Carlos. And
Nene
let me
is the
tell you
reason
this.
why they have reunions.
And I feel like Carlos. No, they had a reunion, baby, on the first OC at Vicky's house. So that's no. Maybe not. Maybe more professional, but they had a reunion on
I
the
thought
first
it was
OC.
Nene too. Nene. It seems like
No, they
Nene
had
No,
a
even
Nene
said that.
reunion.
started reunions.
They well, OC had one the first season. Maybe they didn't after that, but they had one because I watched it. It was at
I
Vicky's
ain't
house.
never
It
watched an
wasn't
episode there.
really. Um,
I've never I've never watched an episode of OC. Them it's something about a show. I have watched I only watched Beverly Hills the first season Garcelle went on. I ended up
mhm.
going back and watching it from the beginning during quarantine. But I have an issue with watching of any
That's true.
show with all white people on it.
Nene does because now Carlos, Nene said you need to start doing this. Carlos using Nene. I know you feel like that was a good interview, but she said you need to start doing this live. And what did he do? Now he's having Kenya on. So Nene needs to start charging for her consulting fees, honey.
I don't know if y'all watched the interview, but at the very end of part 2, and people have been playing on this, and people have recently interviewed Carlos, and he's played on this. He flat out asked Nene, would she be interested in doing a Love and Marriage Atlanta? And Nene said, I ain't in love and I ain't married.
Right. So what would she do? Like
And
what would Nene do?
he said, but it's always single girls on the show. He says always. He says, well, I don't want you to go get no remix of people and try to put them together. So I would really would have liked to see Nene and Portia do a show together. I would have loved to see that in Atlanta. And I think they probably could get some top tier other people.
Maybe, but Portia, I feel like she may be going
She
back to
probably going
Atlanta
back to
because she's
Bravo.
been hanging with Kenya and Candy, and they tagging each other. They commenting on each other's Instagrams and stuff now. So I don't know. I think she
Y'all
may be
see
going.
all of them went to go see Beyonce
Well, Candy
this
paid
weekend.
for it. Candy
Oh,
paid for them all to go. She bought the whole little thing for them. That's
oh.
why I
A
said she
box.
would have. She would have
Was
paid
Sheree
for.
there? I don't think so. Was
No,
she?
because Sheree picked the wrong team,
Thank
and
you.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Did Sheree go to did she go to see Beyonce?
Not
She
with
wasn't
them.
invited, and Martell
Not with.
wouldn't go cash
And
app
Martell
nobody,
ain't gonna
so
pay for no Beyonce tickets if he ain't
they
paying
don't
for the
take cash
dinner.
app. Hmm.
Because I Portia was in the box. She wasn't in there with King and them, no.
She was with Candy. They showed her with Candy them later.
I mean, I think Portia had her own box though. I don't think that she was in Candy's box.
Oh, you think she just showed up
Yeah,
with the pictures
because
with
she
them?
had I saw she's been releasing videos of
Yeah, I
her.
saw it.
Yeah, she's been releasing because she had on that Beyonce shirt.
Do y'all think she had
Oh,
a
is that
butt
what that
lift?
was?
Yeah,
Yeah, she
it was
looked
the
like she had a
cover of
whole lot of butt
Dangerous in
stuff.
She
Love.
done had some. They were mingling. Yeah, and they went to a birth. They just all were with their kids at a party. They all tagged each other. They was talking about the party.
Yeah.
I feel
Hmm.
like she may be coming back to Bravo.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I would Bravo would be crazy not to go after her because Portia, she really is the epitome of what you want to see. And that's what somebody else
Yeah.
was saying on the show that they've gotten so far from what the show was originally about, their lavish lifestyles.
Who
Can
Atlanta didn't have no lavish lifestyles when they first
They
came on.
didn't, but the general concept for the show was even the lifestyle they had, they used to fake it, regardless if they rented shows and stuff. Oh, Nene broke down how much money they made too. She said
Oh,
they
it was
first year
awful. It was
they
awful.
only made like $10,000.
Yeah,
She said the second year she think they made 50.
yeah.
That's a great comment. Why can't Nene be a star by
Cause she's
herself?
the star.
She
She's a
can.
no. She
Well,
And she
then
just
cannot.
has
what we waiting on?
well, let me say this.
She needs
She,
to. She needs
she's
to
been
be.
saying that they had been originally blocking her shows. I mean, blocking opportunities. I don't know if y'all remember right before Greg died, she went on
Child.
Twitter and was just like, it was. She said
That's
that
always somebody's fault.
opportunities would come. She talked about it on the
So
in
if
the
Ryan
interview. Y'all
Murphy
didn't want
wanted,
listen.
listen,
She
if
said
Ryan Murphy is
she
way
said
bigger than
that
anything NBC could do. He does all the American Horror Stories. He has Ryan Murphy is the dang on man. If you want to look him up, she did the New Normal with him. If he wanted to work with Nene again, he would, and that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna just say this.
He
He
would.
asked specifically
He
about
would.
him. He did.
He said,
Carlos did. One of the questions she said that what kept
Carlos
happening
didn't
was
believe
they
her
would
earlier.
have a
You were
deal
saying.
on the table. They would discuss
Oh,
it. They would negotiate. Everything looked like it was to go, and then something would happen. And she said the first time it happened, it wasn't a big deal, but it kept happening. She was just like, somebody's blocking her. You remember what she was saying? That she felt like she was blackballed. She said that kept
yeah.
happening.
I could see that, but
Mhm.
it's so many people. Bravo can't touch everybody. I'm just gonna say that they can't touch everybody. If somebody really wanted Nene, they could have her. I'm just telling you. I mean, if Kanye West can still walk around here making albums, Nene should be able to do some stuff. Cause he had on he said slavery was a choice. Okay, so if he can
Yeah.
say slavery was a
That ain't
choice
because of
and
Bravo.
still
That's
be
because people
used,
don't want to take a
Nene should
chance
be
and get
able to get
caught
over
racist or
Bravo.
drug addict. Oh my goodness, that is an excellent comment. I
And she
think. See,
did
that ain't
say
because of
that.
Bravo. That's because people don't want to take a chance and be called a racist and drug addict. So
And she
I think
She
that's really
actually did
important.
not
Yes,
call
she did,
anybody
Joy.
a
I sent
racist.
you the tweet. She
Oh my
tweeted it.
God.
She said he was a racist and he was a cokehead in a tweet. And she mentioned his name. I'll send it again. She
I
said it.
mean, she did from what I can see, she did. But when you do that, I mean, do you really expect them to just make up with you and move on? I mean,
Mm-mm.
honestly,
I don't think she was
because
expecting.
another person that got into it
Joy's
with him
bias.
and that also came out there, okay, that also came out there with the drug information is Kathy Griffin, and her and Kathy Griffin worked for him for some years, but when that
Mm-hmm.
got thrown out there. Mm-mm. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
she
certain things you can't throw out there and expect to recover from with that person. Of course, you can still go on and have your own success, but while Andy is that he's still a high powered person at the network. I don't know what's going to happen in the lawsuit. I wouldn't expect him to want to bring her back after what she's accused him of. Not
I
saying it
don't
ain't
think she's
true.
asking to be back.
What
allegedly we're not
she's
saying it's
asking to
true.
not be blocked. So listen, so
Yeah,
not
she
necessarily
just
back on the show, but
don't
blocked
block
in
my.
general.
Why you gotta
So
block?
if 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 Andy or whoever his team is, if they are powerful enough to block shows, honestly, then and they're powerful enough to block or unblock, then I don't know if they have that much clout. But if they do, then she shouldn't necessarily expect it to be super easy for them to help her out. I don't know. I just don't see why that is a shock to
And I
people.
don't think she should have put all them down because they could help her in the long run.
Right.
You never put down people who have a position where they can possibly help you in the long run.
Whether you disagree with them or not. Now, I didn't see this. Okay, so Cheryl's World, I didn't watch it, but I saw the title where they said Andy turns his back on Candy. Now, do y'all know what that's about?
Who did?
Andy Cohen turns his back on Candy Burris.
He should.
When?
He should. It was yesterday or today. I'll send it over to you. I didn't get to watch it. I was just wondering if anybody else had
I
it.
don't
Because she's
watch
made it
her.
clear she's not going to be a part of that. She has a good relationship with them.
I'm gonna tell you.
She also made a good point when she said anytime she had an issue, she would take it to them right at that moment, and they would always work it out. So she never let things linger on.
I'm gonna say something. After she said Martell went to jail and was mad when she found out it was a lie, and she had people on there claiming that they knew and they called to jail and he went to jail.
She's not
I don't watch
reliable.
her. I don't watch her because
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. And so I didn't see it, but that's what was in part of the title of it. And I thought, wow.
Yeah, Kenya, Candy, all of them said they feel like Nene should come back, and she
Yeah.
still. But I still think she did praise Kenya more than anybody else, in my opinion.
But
Yeah,
she
I was
always
surprised she
had.
praised Claudia.
Yeah,
She always
yeah,
has
she
praised
did.
King.
So
She's
I could see.
always said that
Yeah,
Mhm.
Kenya deserves to be there and that she plays her
Yeah.
role very well.
Yeah, she
But
said
she
Kenya can
also
walk in the room
said
and make a whole scene. Like she
she
gave,
can. I just
Yeah.
she
love
did.
Kenya. I can't lie. I love her. But
Um,
she also said that Candy is really really boring. She's boring. I don't know why she's there. So why does she want Candy back? Is it
but she,
just so that she can attempt to
I
drag
was shocked
Candy and
when she
bring the
said
interest?
the only thing that I could think of, I agree with that because the only thing that I could think of is that season 5 and 6 was so good. It was such a good dynamic because
mm-hmm.
she went on to say what I've always said is that Candy's family is very interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Candy's friends are very interesting
Mm-hmm.
because all of the drama came from them.
and
Right. And
sometimes that's all it takes.
yeah.
Yeah, so she does say that because they said the camera doesn't love her. She was like, well, she said the camera loves her family. They
Yeah,
love all of her friends.
She did say
So
that
it's
was a good
not
interview
that,
too.
yeah, she's like, it's not that. So I was surprised that she picked Candy, but the only thing that I could think of is that the dynamic was so good in season 5 and 6. When I ain't got nothing to do, that's what I turn on.
but the
Because
crazy
it's
part
I've
so
done
about
that
it
too. That's
is
funny.
Nene
I did
can't
too,
even
Joy.
get a somebody to like support her podcast. She said that she had a deal to do a podcast, and that was removed.
yeah.
When you can't even get
She
a
said they kept
podcast,
falling through.
you are in
Yeah.
So
trouble.
what else? I mean, NBC Universal.
You are in trouble.
Oh God. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard because we can all attempt to compare our lives in corporate America with reality TV. But I know in corporate America, if I have put those kind of things out there about the leadership, I did that a couple times. We'll see how that worked out. I
Yeah,
mean, I
we
just
know.
don't think it's going to be easy to climb. You know what
What did y'all think about Lisa Rana saying that
I mean? Mm-hmm.
What she
that the
say?
Bravo
They wouldn't
people
surrender her.
should boycott BravoCon?
Oh, because she wasn't invited, right?
I'm just
Wait a minute.
saying.
Who did she say should boycott them?
Everybody,
She
us.
said that
Oh, everybody. Okay. Mm.
everybody that reality shows. What do y'all think about just even the concept of reality people boycotting with the actors? I kind of agree with that. I don't want it to happen, but
I
I
don't
can I
either.
can I can respect it.
I can
Because y'all
respect it
know that we
too.
I
ain't gonna
can
have no
do.
shows in
Only
September and October.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
because we
just
can.
game shows
I go
and
back and
reality
watch some
TV.
of these shows back 14 years ago when the stuff first started. You mean tell me they ain't getting paid for this? They over there borrowing money from Melody Holt to get their gas bill or whatever the situation is. Yeah, I
Well,
think
you
for
need,
some reason they might need a union if it's going to help them get some things they can't get on their
I
own.
and they're saying that because the actors won't be or haven't worked all summer because they
Mm-hmm.
work all summer to produce shows all the way up through Christmas,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes longer than that they usually pull on reality. It's not just game
Yeah,
shows,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be
reality
reality TV
like
and
The
game shows.
Bachelor,
And
Love,
that's a
Yeah,
great point. So because of that though, Joy, I mean, because they do usually go pull from reality, would it harm reality to unionize?
I
Because
have no
they're
idea,
going to
but
automatically not get jobs, maybe.
I can't really say
but
one way or the
Yeah, I
other. I
can't
could
either.
just respect if
Yeah.
that's what they decided to do
but
because they
I don't
should
know.
not be because in a sense they're going to be pawns.
But I feel like if
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
reality TV right, you should have money for a long time. Certain
But
people have done
yeah,
reality
certain
TV
people can't.
right.
From what we hear about
Yeah,
People who really do
Jen
it right
Shaw,
already have money.
yeah. Well, Bethany
huh?
didn't have a dime. She didn't have a
Well,
She
family.
sure didn't.
she played Bravo. She she actually played
The
Bravo
Bethany
because I heard
Claus.
that. Yeah, they said she only got a couple $1,000
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
she
first season.
she got real. Yeah, hers was low.
So
But
she,
But
she's the reason why all of the contracts are different. And I do wonder is about Candy. Is she a cash cow for Bravo? I do
oh,
wonder
they
about
say
that.
that's why they keep Dr. Jackie. It's because they get money off all her businesses.
Yeah, because
oh
every
well,
time you
Yep.
all of the things that you advertise, they get a
it won't
percentage.
be no Emmys, no Oscars, no Golden
Oh
Globes because of the producers. Wow.
That's why the BET Awards were so bad
no.
because they didn't have a host, and so it was only reality people.
That's all they can do. And like
That's how,
Ronnie
and so
Left, that's the
it
only
was
thing
a
that
You know
whole
makes
bunch
what?
sense.
of
It's a
That's why
game
Sexy
show.
Red can stand next to Bobby Jones
Shut up,
with no
girl.
shoes
Ooh.
on
Sexy
and
Red.
I need
twerk.
to look that up. Yeah.
I didn't watch
Girl,
it.
that was embarrassing. You know she from St. Louis.
Yeah, she
Is
probably
she?
does. Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Okay, anything else, y'all? We done been on here almost two. That's how you know it's been a long time. We ain't been together.
Yeah.
We gonna try to do
Yeah,
better,
it's been
y'all.
a while.
We gonna do better. Huntsville should be starting here soon, right?
Well,
September. Hmm.
Yeah.
oh God,
So
yeah,
Girl,
that's
Huntsville.
you
coming
know
back
they
up.
said Candy and the gang gonna have another a
Yeah, they
season.
having season
Yep.
two. Yeah, they
You
having
remember
another
I kept
season.
saying I'm gonna watch it, and suddenly I was 5 weeks
I ain't
behind, then
never
it was
watched.
over. Okay.
I
I
ain't never
watched it a
watched
couple
Candy Gang.
times only. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I just had better things to follow up on. And then wasn't it right after that one that Portia show came out? Is
Yeah.
that coming back for a second season?
No.
Because
No.
okay. Mm.
No. That was a bad look for Portia. I think it got okay ratings, but that was not a good look for her.
It wasn't a good look, but it definitely
It
shows
got
you.
real good ratings,
It got like
but
600. Yeah.
But it wasn't
It
a
got
good
better
look
than the
for
new New
her.
York. It got
But it
better than the
definitely
new New
showed
York.
her. It definitely showed them how much people still like Portia
y'all
because we
been
all still
watching
want
New
her back.
York. Is anybody watching New York
Joy,
show?
I
I will be
can't.
honest with you. I did try to. I watched
I
like
can't.
4 episodes. All the
Was
episodes
it
last
good?
week. I was bored as hell.
I
Um,
cannot.
I
First of
couldn't handle
all,
it.
I tried
I
for two.
am watching Love and Marriage Detroit. I think it's good.
What happened? I don't watch
You are
that.
the
I don't
only
know.
one I've heard say that. I've
I
seen
Me too.
I
comments where they
actually
say the show is
enjoy.
horrible.
I didn't enjoy DC, but I actually really enjoy
You
Love
are
and
the only
Marriage
one who says
Detroit.
that, Joy. In all the
Really?
groups, they're like, I hate
Mm-hmm.
this. It's a bunch of women. So I guess they saying the men act like women on there.
Yeah, it's
Oh
one.
no.
It's a couple that I think he didn't get the. He thinking he want to be the guy and want to be in the mix. I don't think he thought he was gonna get the reaction. And this particular, it's a couple on there that's been kind of toxic, and I think he thought he could go against them. In my head, when people get on reality shows, in my head, people don't go on reality shows like they used to. Like
Mm-hmm.
they just went in
Oh, there's
and
some.
just see what happened. They go in strategically, and I think the guy Anthony went into this thinking once this couple kept clowning and fighting at every event that he could go against them, but it's turning on them.
Oh
I mean, the
really?
audience is turning on him big time, and that's who they're referring to when they talk about a girl, because he
Oh.
emotionally he is in not only all the women stuff, he's like creating problems. Like even with people that's not even on the show. It's
He been
weird.
creating
Like
problems.
he has a publicist, and the publicist worked with another couple's wife, not the husband, the wife. And he was having a general conversation with the wife's husband who worked with that particular publisher because she was an influencer. And he was having a general conversation, and she was like, "Well, I'm doing something with so and so," and then he was like, "Yeah," she said, "He don't rock with you." He was like, "Why would you do
Why
that? Like
would he
that's
say
some
that?
girl stuff." And then he was like, "Those are my people." That was even if that was true. And then it was first she said, and when the publicist told the girl, she was like, initially he said they don't rock with you. She was like, I ain't never had a problem with this woman. Why would you say that? She said, because that's what your husband said. The
That's
husband said I didn't
crazy.
say that. So it's kind of it's so much he said, she said, and it's making him look real petty. And it does look like he's picking at this husband to the point where he had to say, is he trying to sabotage me? It was weird.
That's
It is
I don't
weird.
know.
He seems hyper not
Sensitive.
sensitive,
Now,
hyper, he's picking at him. Like, what's
okay.
his issue?
So y'all know that New York, I don't know if the numbers are good or whatever, but instead of doing the Ultimate Girls Trip with Caroline and where Brandy supposedly attacked her or whatever, they're skipping that.
Oh,
And they're going to do the Ultimate Girls Trip New York. It's coming before that one. I guess because New York, they're trying to help the new New
That's why
York.
they can recast ATL because the number too small.
Yeah,
So
I
there.
don't think the recasting is helping, was working because they're skipping that one with Phaedra coming back and Eva, and they're doing
I heard that Phaedra was trying not to get in the mess initially.
yeah, and they're going, but they're skipping that one. They're going straight to Ultimate Girls Trip New York with Ramona and
So
Lorenzo. Yeah,
now that you said Phaedra, is the little boy that we
Kelly,
think
So,
Christopher with,
so
is
you
that
don't think they
Kelly,
gonna
you
have?
got a lot of background. I can't
I
You
barely
didn't
don't
hear
want
you.
think
to
they
know
gonna? Or, when is Married to Medicine tentative supposed to
November
air?
5th is Married to
November.
Medicine in Potomac.
Oh, and Potomac.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Have we
Okay.
had any
Very
leaks
excited.
out of Potomac?
Nope.
Any?
Since Monique is gone, not one.
I
Except the
mean,
fight.
not one leak.
Except the fight. And that was from somebody who was there. It wasn't even the cast.
Oh my God, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Yep. You was
Robin
having a whole
said
bunch
she
of
had just
background,
went to
Kelly.
bed. She had just
Yeah.
left. Did you
Salt
hear
Lake
it?
looks Salt
Did y'all
Lake
see the
Mary's
uh
coming back to Salt Lake. Yeah.
the
Mary
oh,
Child.
I saw it.
That
Do
girl
I
said,
look
"Do I?"
like an inbreed?
You do.
That was so funny.
Right.
Do I look like an inbreed? You do. I mean, she said that just as serious
In her face,
in
man.
her face.
They needed
That
Mary
was
back.
so
Anything else
funny.
we missed, y'all? Kelly, do you remember what you was gonna say?
No, and it was something good too.
Dang it, Kelly.
I know, right?
Oh, on Giselle and Robin's podcast, it may have been maybe a week or so ago when they had. I don't think we've talked since the whole fight that allegedly happened with the extras with Potomac. And they were saying that it was Giselle
Mm-hmm.
that had pulled this lady down, pulled them down on the
Yeah, yeah.
ground.
Uh-huh.
Giselle was like, I wasn't even there. I had left.
Her and
She
Robin
was
was
Yeah.
like,
gone.
and
I don't know
Robin,
why they thought it was her. I mean, it didn't even look like her. They
That's what
thought just because she had that blonde ponytail.
and it was
I
black
think
at
it
the
was
roots.
because,
And Giselle
yeah,
ain't never had black roots.
I didn't understand that one, but okay.
But Robin said that they wanted it to be you, Giselle. People
they
who don't
did.
like you
Yeah,
wanted it to be you.
yeah. They wanted her in the mix.
Yeah.
And Wendy had to prevent uh Candace from, I don't know what she thought she was gonna do with that bottle of wine.
Nothing. She could
Right.
pick it up. Do y'all think that that girl is gonna be, because she was a full-time cast member, right? That was
No,
fighting Cookie Monster. She wasn't.
no.
She was just a
It's
friend. Okay.
somebody's friend.
All right. Because I was wondering if they're gonna cut her scenes out now since they fought.
Who is the African lady's friend? Who is she
I
a
don't
friend of?
know.
Because she was with Giselle and them. She was with,
Oh well, it
I
wasn't
guess the
Wendy's friend.
cast
It
is
was
still
Giselle.
divided
Oh yeah, because
because,
when Giselle's daddy passed away, they hung out.
oh yeah, they took, that's what it was. Her
Yeah,
father. Yeah.
her father passed away. She can't be Wendy's friend because she don't like Wendy. Her and Wendy gonna get. They don't like each other. They the
Right.
same person.
But I thought
Basically.
yeah, but she did come on as Wendy's friend though, because she was a friend and a peer in the political commentary arena.
Oh,
From
Say
what
that again, Callie.
so the African lady's her friend?
Yeah, the African lady is who was at Giselle. They were all together, not just Lynn
No, but
either.
we're saying is that Wendy's friend. Whose friend is she?
Oh, I don't know. That's why I was asking. I don't know whose friend she is. I don't think Wendy's friend is African. I was trying to. I thought she was. Oh, you know whose friend she is? I think she's
Karen?
Ashley's friend.
Oh, Ashley's friend. Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
she,
think. I
because
don't think so.
Ashley was caught filming with her
Uh-huh.
like
I
on the
remember
first
that.
day of filming
Mm-hmm.
outside of a restaurant.
Because
Somebody had filmed, had somebody on their phone had filmed them, because that's the only leaks is
yeah,
that
that's their phone.
happened. And,
And the
yeah,
fight. Because Giselle was in Dubai with her girls, and I'm like, how they filming with Ashley and this new girl? Because Giselle wasn't even in town at that time.
yeah, she wasn't even in town. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, all right, ladies, are we done? We gonna try to be
I,
consistent, y'all.
yeah. Well,
We'll see.
So you got any more dates besides that November date?
November. That's the only one I know. Salt Lake is coming, I think, before then, but I don't think
oh,
we're
that's
gonna
what I
watch.
was trying to ask earlier, you guys, before I forget. So this little man that we keep seeing pictures of Phaedra with, and they're saying that's
Oh
Phaedra's
my
boo thing.
God.
Is that true? Isn't
Child, all
Boo?
He
right.
look
He looks like
young.
he's what, 29, maybe 25.
And the reason I don't think that that's true is because Phaedra got on Married to Medicine because she was married. She was dating a doctor. That dude don't
Right, so
look
he
like the
could be a doctor. Yeah, he didn't look
of
like
what?
one, but that's why I was asking. And the post
He
I've
looked
seen keeps
real
saying this is her boo
young,
thing.
unless
He
he a
really
doctor
does.
of anesthesiology, because they don't have to go to school. Well, they have to go to school long, but you could be an anesthesiologist and be like 25, 26.
So
That's
if
not
that
the
They,
wasn't,
same
so we don't
man.
know who the doctor is. We don't know
That's not
who
the
her boo
same
thing
yeah,
is.
man.
we don't know who
Cause
the
that
Thanks
doctor
a
man
is.
lot.
looks like Apollo to me. This little boy look like he
He
used to
looked
strip.
young. He looked like
He
he in his late 20s.
he looked like
That's
he
why I
used.
said I don't know who he a doctor of.
No, that's not the doc. He cannot. He used to be a stripper. Maybe he was Dr. Longstroke or something.
Did he
Cause
really used to be a stripper?
that's the way. Did y'all not see him dancing with her and the way he was dancing? I said he used to be a stripper. I'm sorry, allegedly. That's just me.
I mean, I
Don't
thought
sue me.
that's what it was tripping me out. It's like, what do y'all mean that that's her boo thing that she's going to be on Married to Medicine with? What? No.
Yeah,
Oh
I
no.
don't think Sharice and Chris are together. Cause some people were trying to say that, right? Hell said that Sharice and Chris.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I don't believe
They had
that.
Chris looking good. Big boy looking kind of nice,
Okay.
baby.
Don't we want him to film with Giselle so bad?
Girl, that would
Don't we?
make her head explode.
Oh,
That
Monique,
would be funny.
nah. I just want them to do it out of spite. I know it's wrong and I shouldn't be this way, but first
Mm-mm.
she, yeah, I think Candace would even agree with this. So, yeah. All right.
I'm
Anything
trying to
else?
find a picture of
Mm.
Phaedra's this boyfriend.
Oh, I think. Did y'all see the video where he was dancing? And he could be a Kappa because he was doing Kappa moves, but it was more stripperish than Kappa-ish to me.
Oh
But
no. I did
girl,
not
I'm
see
gonna have to
that.
find that video.
I mean, because how come we don't know who her boo doctor is then?
I
And this
think
show
she just
starts in September. And on Heavenly's Live today, y'all, she said that Phaedra, she had to get Phaedra together.
yeah.
Lord. What'd she say?
She did.
Phaedra was starting trouble and then hiding her hand, and she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
let her get away with that.
She
So
said I
I'm looking
made
forward to that season. The only problem I have with that season is that Dr. Heavenly is on it at all. So
yeah. Heavenly said she had to get to Phaedra and together because Phaedra tried to be messy and hide, but that's how Phaedra is, and I ain't mad at her for it.
mhm.
She like to throw it out and then hide in the back. I ain't
I
mad.
Yeah.
don't
But
see. I really don't see this picture. I was trying
is
to
it Mr.
find.
Chocolate? He's must be Dr. Longstroke because that's the only
Huh?
doctor he is. He
This
is
guy
not
looked
an
like he might have
elite.
had a Dr. Shark stroke. I don't
Right.
know. I'm just saying. It looks a
Dr.
little
Phil,
suspect.
he Dr. Feel Good. That's what he is, Dr. Feel Good. But yeah, he looked like he could be one of her children. That's
Oh, here
all.
he is.
Okay,
No,
show.
that ain't him. That ain't him.
I got a video.
Um,
We'll post it. I'll post it.
Is Greg gonna be on that? Cause I mean, I ain't
Greg,
heard no
yes. Greg and what's her name?
his
Sheila?
new wife that look
Yeah,
like
they're on
Toya.
there. Yeah, they're on there.
What y'all
yeah,
think about the
the baby.
I don't know if y'all heard that Quad, one of
Yeah, that's so
her niece
sad.
Yeah, that was
drowned
sad.
in her swimming pool.
That broke
Yeah,
my
the one she
heart.
said that she was helping to raise. When all that happened, it was supposedly around the time that they were filming. I hope that that's not going to be on the show.
I pray
They
not.
wouldn't do that, would they? Yeah, I don't
You
know.
heard a rumor that they're gonna have a Housewives of New Orleans? Really?
What?
Kevin said he heard there's a rumor that they're gonna have a Housewives of New Orleans.
Oh, I can see that.
I love Southern Charm New
I
Orleans. Did
I,
y'all
I
watch
can
that?
see that.
Did y'all watch the Southern Charm
Um,
New Orleans? It was so good. It was
yes,
the black
it
people.
was just one season, right? Yeah.
On
One,
what?
No, they
yeah.
had a second season. Oh,
Southern
wait a minute.
Charm
Did
New
y'all
What?
see the
Orleans.
redhead from Summer House? Is it Summer House?
No, I don't watch that. What
That
happened?
got arrested for squatting at her cousin's house, and she had boo booed on the floor and stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Now
this is
stop.
the guy that I saw
It
her
is.
with early, Phaedra.
So he looked like Apollo. Now that's a totally
Nah,
different guy.
I never saw him, and yeah, that's not the
yeah.
new boo thing.
He was on the Married to Medicine show. They all had a little thing and they spoke, and he was with her. And I said he looked like Apollo. And then they showed this little kid, and I was like, mm-mm. So she just used the doctor to get on Married to Medicine.
And I ain't seen the kid. I'm looking for him too. I don't see him nowhere. I see everybody
You
else.
have, girl. She's only
No, they
she's
said this is who she was with at a baby shower.
He is on
Somebody
her
had a baby
Instagram.
because she was with this guy, this DJ guy, for a minute.
Okay,
Yeah,
no, that's a
I see
different guy.
him. Yeah.
No, he's on her Instagram. Y'all, it's a video. He danced and it's her birthday. And then she started twerking on
Oh,
him. Y'all
that's
didn't
kind
see
of
it?
weird.
He was dancing
No.
like a stripper. Oh
You
God.
know, I don't.
Well, maybe that's what he is, because I sure can't understand him being a
I
doctor
mean,
and Phaedra's
she
boo.
that's her kind of. Remember, she said she had a lot of stripper
I ain't mad. Yeah, she used to have a stripper company, right?
clients.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
the
think
one
she
that
ever
could do
dated him.
do oral on him. Yeah, that was weird. Okay. Mm,
Well, all right, y'all. We done been on here too long.
yes, we
Did you
have.
know that?
Hell said
And
put it
Joy
up.
ain't
I'll
trying
put
to
it
stop.
out.
I love it.
Wait a
I'll
minute.
put it
What's
on
his
our
name? I was trying to think of his name. That one guy, Bolo. Phaedra
Hmm.
is who introduced Bolo.
Yeah.
Bolo had been on the show before. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't either.
Phaedra used to have a stripper. I think she used to be like a madame. She used to be what Eva is on
She
that
was
show.
not a madame.
She was not.
She
She
was
Yes.
said
just
she
their
had a lot
attorney
of
that would take
stripper
cabs in the
clients,
parking lot.
a
That's
lot
what
of entertainers.
that's
Really,
a,
she was an entertainment lawyer.
she was their madame. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You're funny.
I'm gonna send y'all I'm gonna put the where he's dancing with Phaedra on our Chatter Up page.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all can watch it then. Or I'll have it ready for next time we go live. Because I gotta
Okay.
find it.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all ready? We done, y'all? It was good.
Uh-huh.
Thank you all for staying with us. 2 hours.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll be
Okay.
back next week. Hopefully so.
Yeah.
Anything else,
Mhm.
ladies?
That's
Nope.
it.
Bye,
All
y'all.
right. Peace.
Peace
All right. Peace
out.
out, y'all.
Let me end.